bitch, catch me outside. On that lemonade with the Dawn, that's her freaky side. The shit, yeah, she the shit. She know she the shit. And if you don't get her what she want, you know she throw a fit. It's all Gucci, call it Lucy, think I love her. Juvenile, innocent, slow motion, I see double. Kentucky on that fluid workout, playing the way she move it. Only fucking with Captain Hook, she know the way I do it. Oh, she got 2 cups yelling, pull me up. Bitch, I'm hella lit, shaking ass, busting out a short, shorty hella thick. She got 2 cups yelling, pull me up. Bitch, I'm hella lit, shaking ass, busting out a short, shorty hella thick. She stupid thick, whoa. Shit, shorty stupid thick, she stupid thick. Whoa, shorty stupid thick, she stupid thick. Whoa, shorty stupid thick, she stupid thick. Whoa, 2 jobs she get, dough ain't enough, she get more. Feet matching the nails, I can tell she on go. That dude say make her slutty, she wildin' with her buddy. Tiny waist, little tummy, she know that pussy on yummy, she like. She like, give a fuck by the bro. Nigga, fuck your baby daddy. Give a fuck by the bro. She like, 2 cups yelling, pull me up. Bitch, I'm hella lit, shaking ass, busting out a short, shorty hella thick. She got 2 cups yelling, pull me up. Bitch, I'm hella lit, shaking ass, busting out a short, shorty hella thick. She stupid thick. Whoa, shit, shorty stupid thick, she stupid thick. Whoa, shorty stupid thick, she stupid thick. Whoa. Shorty stupid thick, she stupid thick. Shit. Bitch, I'm hella lit. 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 This is for the broke niggas in the back. Got a couple $100, don't know how to act. Facts. This is for the broke niggas in the back. Got a couple $100, don't know how to act. Hope you rookie niggas got some bond money. Fuck it up and you gon' pay a fine for it. Throw a couple bucks, they dropping dimes on me. If I need to, I can take the time for it. They don't understand when you take it there. Niggas making plays like the NFL. But wanna be the best, nothing less, gotta work. Wanna pass the test, no stress, gotta work. Put middle fingers to your mean demeanor. Sucker niggas rapping about a millimeter. Hit them with the Holy Ghost, I know the preacher. Don't be talking to me like I fucking need you. Fuck niggas, them boys is some fuck niggas. What nigga, you acting like you tough niggas. Racks up in my pocket, don't know how to stop it. Shout out to my niggas who be making profit. Soft dudes, fuck around and file a lawsuit. Got a boss crew that cross through and we get off too. Probably too late when you had realized it. Pulling up on niggas can be so surprising. Who said it was cool for fools to be lying? Caught slipping out the club, got jacked for your diamonds. You was hating on the crew while we moving in silence. Late night throwing money to bitches at Onyx. Heat check, make your cheeks sweat. Deep text, pulling up on them for the deep threat. You was trying to floss BVS with the beat kiss. Now you jammed up, push the button on the reset, dummy. Still trapping out your damn mama house, dummy. Telling on your partner, use a loudmouth, dummy. Run around town, it's about to get ugly. Full court press, Rocky still getting buckets. Hope you rookie niggas got some bond money. Fuck it up and you gon' pay a fine for it. Throw a couple bucks, they dropping dimes on me. If I need to, I can take the time for it. They don't understand when you take it there. Niggas making plays like the NFL. Wanna be the best, nothing less, gotta work. Wanna pass the test, no stress, gotta work. Stop asking me for favors, get that shit about the dirt. I be about my cash money like they young nigga turd. When it comes to narcotics, I be smoking on the perk. I ain't messing with the Zans or the Mollies or the perks. I'ma fuck it till she buckle, let the young lady flirt. I got muscle like a Russell Westbrook in the clutch. Water ripped on your pack, can't believe you got fucked. Now you gripping on your pistol cause somebody getting hurt. Your bitch gon' fuck another if you ever die. Cause loyalty is only given when you can provide. Life is parallel, we see it from 2 different sides. Never understood why niggas steady switching sides. Hope you rookie niggas got some bond money. Fuck it up and you gon' pay a fine for it. Throw a couple bucks, they dropping dimes on me. If I need to, I can take the time for it. They don't understand when you take it there.
Yes,
Oh. Yeah.
That was your wrestling guy.
Oh, yeah. I did not get to go to wrestling at all.
Wrestling? Yeah, welcome to
Yes, welcome. It's Saturday.
Yeah, you are tuned into the greatest show on earth. Hey, sound guy. Okay. Hey, my name's Justin Kickett. We got
Bricks Montana.
We got
Jessica.
And Dr. Pat Kickett.
Yeah, Mama Kickett joins us again,
for
y'all.
our annual birthday celebration.
Happy
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You know that song
I don't
can
know
go
the whole
a
thing.
long time.
That's a long song.
I
don't
Happy
Is it got it up too much?
Yeah, I'm trying to get hold of this sound guy. Hold on.
All right, sound
Happy
guy.
birthday.
Oh my God. It's very nice music.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
I'm the new one in the bunch, of course.
Yes, I know we hadn't met before, but I know we have.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
I'm loving the purple. Ooh.
Thank you. And that's why you bought me the
And it
purple hat.
matches
There
beautifully.
we go.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Beautifully.
Yeah, when I turned 60, I grew out all into my gray, and I liked it, but I got bored with it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I always mess with my hair, from the time I was 15
Mm-hmm.
and the old, you all are too young to remember, but the Frost and Tip kits, the Clairol things came
They
out
still
in
do that
19
stuff now.
I know, but these were the
The real
original.
ones,
When
yeah.
they first came out.
Yeah, when they first came out in '66.
Mm.
And I've been doing my hair ever since. And then, like I said, grew them out at 60, got bored with it. Then frosted them again. Then when I turned 70, then I let them go gray and started the purple. And now
I
I'm
like
almost a quarter century.
Oh,
Almost.
my goodness.
74 big ones.
That's
and
a
proud to be on it.
blessing.
That's
That is a
feat.
blessing.
Everyone, that's because
Really.
I can only pray that I can make it that far.
I hope I do. As long as I'm still up and kicking. I don't want to be like,
I have to
Somebody
control
take
my
care of me.
timidness.
I don't want nobody to take care of me. Because I might
Yeah.
beat on them.
Oh my God. Well, shit, you gotta be in a position where you can't.
You still be able to do something. My
You gonna
great
bite 'em?
grandfather had one leg and had cancer and still was throwing stuff and beating me up because I was trying to make him take his medicine.
Oh my.
Well, yeah, and it's really sad to hear it.
Yeah.
Last year my dad had died, and big
Sorry to hear that.
family difficulty with the whole thing, what to do with dad. And,
Yeah, people get so weird with death.
oh my gosh,
Oh,
yeah.
you find out who
I've-
people really are.
I've
Well,
my
yeah,
dad
and my
passed.
one sister, we were going to take him in when he turned 90, and he wasn't ready. And then when he was 96, 97,
Ooh,
my
no.
youngest
Dang.
sister was going to take him in. And he lived there for a short while until the oldest one yanked him out
Yep.
Wow.
against his kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
But then he
Because them
yielded.
older sisters and brothers think they run it all.
Yeah, took him, put him in a nursing home, and
then he passed,
he
yeah.
died sitting in his own stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really.
See, you take him out of somewhere where he's with family to put him somewhere he's
Yeah,
not
that's
with
how.
family.
That's why he
Yeah.
lasted so
That
long.
is so
Being with
disrespectful.
family.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it is.
Oh, I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
If
You
my,
need
if my,
that.
My dad probably would still be alive if COVID wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
I would have been able
They
to
need
to
that.
Well,
get
yeah.
to him a lot quicker.
Well, and it's not that we weren't prepared for him to die, or he
Right,
wasn't
right,
ready to
right.
die. He just wanted to die with dignity.
Yes,
Yes, that's
yes.
exactly-
The way he
comfort.
lives, you
That's-
want him to go out.
Man, I just got chills.
That is the
very
most
true.
Yeah.
important thing. And it's weird how you never know your siblings or people until death is there.
Yeah.
Inevitable.
They
Yeah.
become
And
total
there's-
different people.
Well, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
7 of us in my family. I'm second oldest, 11 years top to bottom,
Oh.
and 6 of us and Dad wanted to be in the youngest home, and he wanted to be there, but she yanked him out and got the police and a whole big mess, and it just, it was just really heartbreaking and nerve-wracking
Yeah.
and he lasted 7 months, I guess, in the nursing home, but most of it wasn't good, and it just
Yeah.
Right.
Because
downhill.
nobody loves them like you do.
Man, you
And
know,
that's what I've learned.
And even when we, everybody visited him a lot, with all of us, and he
It's still not
was
the same.
resigned to being there. Well, if that's what she says I'm supposed to do, then I'm going to do it, and He lost his will,
Yep,
Right.
they lose their will.
and he was an ornery cuss though too.
Ooh, I love
yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. My daddy was
Man,
too.
my dad. Oh my! I
I
had to
love
talk to my dad on FaceTime to let him know that his sister passed, and then one of his sisters ended up sick. It was just a whole lot of mess. My dad was diagnosed with cancer,
Yeah.
lung cancer in the 4th stage. He was obviously lying to me before,
Yeah.
but he died from neglect in a nursing home
Yep.
in a different state.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I'm grateful because something in me knew something was wrong, but they kept denying me to come up there. So I contacted the attorney general.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know where this came from me. I just ambition just popped out of nowhere, and I just took the reins of everything. Got him a social worker, became his temporary power of attorney.
Right.
But then they sent him to a hospital, and they didn't feed him or give him water for 10 days that he was in there. Well, the day that the hospital decided not to send him back, the director of nursing called me. I missed the call, and they left a voicemail. It was like, "Hey, we're calling because your dad was here for a little bit." I'm like, did they not realize that he was rushed to the hospital because of y'all? Now he has a feeding tube and all this other stuff that I had to. I'm like, wait, what? Why? Why does he have a pick line? No one told. Like, it was nuts. But they let me pick the nursing home that he went into when he had to go on hospice, and man, they let my daddy go out. They helped him go out the way he was supposed to. They took care of him
with dignity, peace, and comfort.
Oh my God, yes, I was so grateful for them.
Yeah, well,
And
we,
it's scary.
my husband and I, we both have long-term care insurance.
Oh.
I took it
what I
out
have.
before it got really expensive.
That's
I took
what
it
I
out when
have.
I was 48, so I've been paying in it for 36 years now.
Now,
And I have my living will.
Well,
Yeah.
can you tell me more about the long-term
Well,
care?
I mean, I only know the kind that I have, but basically, I got my policy when it was unlimited lifetime benefits, and most of my husband, he got it at the same time, but he got them from someplace different. We weren't married at the time, and his was only it's 5 years, a certain amount. Mine's unlimited time and unlimited amount of money, and at this point in time, Justin's always glad to hear I've got $6,000 a month benefits.
Wow.
But we're planning to retire and age in place.
Yes.
Okay.
And got our house, set up accordingly. And I'd be one of the old people, but we need to take care of all the old people who can't take care of themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Even
Everybody
if
doesn't have
they
the
were
same-
ornery old cusses at any point in time,
Yeah.
they did the best they could.
They were who they
Absolutely.
were. I was blessed to be able to take care of my great grandfather.
Yeah.
And now when we look back on it, then it used to make me cry. But he had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
But now when I look back on it, it's such a blessing to have been the ones there taking care of them, and we learned so much. Like when we go to the family events, I get put out of the games because I lived with the older generation, so I know everything. So I can't even play the games, and y'all suck for that. But I mean, I get it because he sat there and told us all the old stories and everybody's names
absolutely.
and all of that. It was such a blessing to have my great grandmother on my mom's father's side and my great grandfather on my mom's mother's side. So
Absolutely.
I know the family, and everybody came to our house. So I have a connection with parts of the family that other people in my generation don't.
Right.
Because I know everybody. They be like, "Is
That's
that our
good
cousin?"
with it.
Yeah.
I keep trying. I ain't got time. I keep trying, but it's too much.
Yeah, I done did all of that. I done did the DNA. I done did the. I done did it all to search my history.
Oh, you did the genealogy.
Oh, I've done it. I've done it all,
Yeah.
and it reads just like he told us where our people came from, all of the stories, because he was the son of a slave.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a slave, but he told us all of the stories and who his father was, and just all of that, and it rang true. It all rang true.
Yeah, well, that's and my grandmother, my dad's mom, she was born here, but they were from Germany, the Austrian Germany-Hungary border, and her mother died when she was over here. So her dad went back to the old country, as they always called it, and she was raised there until she was 16, and then when she was 16, she came in over on a boat with her cousin, That's where they came over in those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be 119 if she was alive.
Geez.
She died at like
I was like,
90. But I mean, but I'm saying, so she was born in 1905. So she came over in 1921, and then she worked as a maid in rich people's houses and learned to cook and learned a lot of Italian cooking and that. And
Ooh,
then,
I know she can cook. Ooh.
Oh yes, she could, and I learned a lot of it.
That was cooking, baby.
Was inspired by it. And,
So you know how to cook a little soul food?
she what?
You know how to cook a little soul food?
Not really.
Not really.
But yeah, a lot of stuff I do is Pan Asian.
Oh,
And I've been doing that since I've got a 50-year-old Asian cookbook. And,
Wow.
But when she stopped working in rich people's houses, then she worked at Liggett and Myers Tobacco Company, which was in St. Louis, and she was one of the first women.
Liggett. Oh my God,
Liggett
I remember
Myers.
them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, down I think it's like in the Jeff Vanderloo area
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that. That's
yeah.
where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was one of the first women, so she genderized the place.
Oh, that's
And
what's
then
up.
she
That's
was among the women that kind of fought as they did in those days to get the same pay for women.
Right.
Didn't get it, but
I was gonna
I
say,
mean,
we
but
still
she
don't
fought
got
for it,
that,
though.
but she tried. Thank you, Lord.
They working on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a slow, very
they-
slow
because
process,
it's
but
men
it's
controlling
getting
it.
better. It's
Yeah.
getting better.
well, yeah, and I had filed sex discrimination case back. I worked as a federal before I did all this other stuff. I was a federal probation and parole officer in state, and in '96, no, 90. What was it? Oh, 2000. No, 90. 90. Yeah, I filed a sex discrimination case.
You were fired.
No.
Well,
No.
that would be worse if they did that.
Well, they didn't get in trouble. I was had the highest degree, the most experience, and I wasn't promoted. So I, filed a complaint just
As you should.
internally, and was ignored and passed over 3 more times.
Of
So
course.
then filed a big complaint, and then ultimately my excellent ratings for 7 years. No, it was 8 years or something like that. 7 years, excellent ratings. All of a sudden dropped down to 4.
Wow.
And then they were, they were putting me on probation and that.
Tyler
And,
Butterfly say happy birthday. I think she had a show with you or had a show with you. She's
Yeah.
another guest.
Yeah.
She say happy birthday.
Oh, well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got
So,
like-
but anyway, I've fought that too. Generations of fighters, and ultimately won, but won nothing, and had to represent myself because my lawyer died in the process. And then took it before the appeals court and won, but it didn't win
It didn't do
Right.
anything.
I mean,
yeah.
but
Didn't win anything. Spent a lot of money.
I mean,
Oh,
I
well,
just
then.
know with I'm in in information security, so it's like a old man's, African American females are null and void.
Oh,
If there's another black female, she's African, not African American.
Yeah.
So it's a difference. And I know going to HR, doing different things like that never helped. Like you go to HR and 2 weeks later you are either on your last thing or something, everything. It's just,
The retribution still.
oh,
It's
100%.
still-
Even Me Too
it's still
didn't do
there.
anything for certain career paths maybe.
Yeah.
It's all according to how many women are, before you.
Yeah, I think there is some benefit and some movement, but not commensurate with the amount of effort that has been put in to bring it to light.
You'd have to know or be comfortable with not a really good outcome and just know the fact that you did it. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
that's people say, oh, well, I spent about $25,000 of my own money,
Woo!
and that's 1990.
And 1990, so that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
100,000
And
now.
the other side, of course, they had nothing to pay. The supervisors and that I had filed against, because they were court employees. Hello, I was also a court employee.
What?
Why did they get theirs paid and I didn't?
Right.
Hello. So that's why it lasted like 7 years.
The
7 years.
lawsuit?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
lasted
They
7
really
years.
were fighting this shit.
Well, because they stalled it and got continuances,
Yeah.
which cost more money and all that kind of stuff.
God.
But anyway, so people ask me, well, knowing what you do now, would you have done it? And I'm saying, well, wait a minute. Now, what kind of question is that? You're asking me if I had known ahead of time it was going to cost me $30,000 in 7 years. You want to know if I would have done it? Well,
What?
of course
No,
not.
Of course.
I mean, that's kind of an obvious answer to that.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it didn't.
Besides
But the
losing money,
whistleblower
like,
always
how did it make you
endures.
feel?
Oh, awful. Absolutely. And I did.
The whistleblower always endures like
Yeah,
that.
I did eventually then, when I was pregnant with Justin's youngest sister, Emily, I did go out on maternity leave and didn't return, and I basically resigned, and I fought with the state, and so I got what's called a constructive discharge. In other words, you were forced to quit because they made circumstances so difficult.
Right.
So I got a little bit of unemployment for a short
right.
period of time, but that's about it. But anyway, you know, life has its struggles, and you got to pick them.
Well,
Yep.
And don't do them doing it working to win
I feel you.
and wanting to win, but not because
Because you're going to win.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep. Exactly.
You never know, really.
Yep.
yeah, but you have to do it because the struggle is important.
Yep. And that's
And
how
that's-
I am.
yeah.
I'm
And the
all
same
about it.
thing, if we flip flop over into the struggles with relationships and marriages,
I was actually gonna get into that.
there we go.
So you went from doing that to who you are today. So we actually have you. If you want to introduce yourself, we have you
Sure.
as Dr. Pat Pickett, correct?
right.
And tell me. So I know what PhD mean, but what the BA, MED?
Okay.
Can you explain that for me?
That's just the fluff of my credentials. I
Okay.
have a
Put
bachelor's
some
degree.
respect on your
in
name.
art.
I got you.
Well, actually, a Bachelor of Arts degree in sociology,
Okay.
which was my first love, how people got along together. I never liked psychology necessarily, and I didn't at 18 when I was starting school. I didn't really know the difference, but you know, psychology is more the study of the individual, and sociology is the study of the group,
the community.
families, community, and all that. So that's kind of where I started, and then I went on and got finished that at both at University of Missouri, St. Louis, and then I got the MED, which is a Master's in Education. So I'm a certified teacher, and then from there I got my doctorate in marriage and family therapy from St. Louis University. And that is my love, relationships and family and all that kind of.
So how did that become like your main focus? Like with all the schooling that you did, how did you hone in and say this is the one I want to be in? Like,
Well, yeah, and in the beginning, I've been a therapist for 36 years now, and in the
36
beginning,
years.
yeah, a long time. But I was a parole officer before that, so
right. That's what
You
Yeah,
needed
that-
this for that. After that.
add that on. Well, and I got to step aside. There's a little joke that goes with that. When I would go to social gatherings or something, people would say, "Oh, you look familiar." I say, "Was I your parole officer or marriage counselor?" And they,
Oh,
"Oh,
that's
maybe
funny.
I don't know who you are. I
That's
never saw
funny.
you before, you know." And that, but anyway, but I honed in on it because I found that I was good at not taking sides. And more people that came in to see me for a marriage or relationship, it didn't matter whether they're married or not, a committed partner, men and women, men and men, women and women, found that they would come in, "Oh, we didn't like the last one." And she or he would say, "Yeah, they agreed with her all the time."
Yeah,
Or he did an opposite.
Yeah.
And that usually was a sign that the person might have been a great therapist. I'm not knocking their skills,
just don't know
but they
how to-
weren't trained to deal with two different opposing opinions and viewpoints in
And
the
naturally,
room
yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
And that was the key. And I discovered that I was good at it, really good, and I liked doing it. And I enjoyed not taking sides and seeing both sides simultaneously so that each partner could
That's a
see
gift.
the other side.
Right.
And that's a lot of times what couples can't do is get the other side. They're buried so much in their own side that
But
they can't
get
even
out
take
the way.
can't get out of their own way to do it. And it's I always believe that there's a lot of people we can love as partners, but the people that we can love and live
Not at
with,
the same time.
Yeah. I
at the
think
same-
COVID definitely
Yeah.
put a lot of marriages to the test.
well, yeah, because the people we can
Well,
love
mine
and
was
live
over
with,
before COVID, so
yeah,
Well, that was different.
COVID just
yeah.
added
But the
to
ones
it.
that we can love and live with are the ones whose flaws we can accept and not continually hammer to change. And I don't know how that relates to you or any of your breakups you've had with boyfriends in the past or girlfriends or whomever, or friends or families or sisters. But that's what it is. Everybody is flawed. There's no perfect relationship. So it's a question of whether you can accept those flaws without trying to hammer the other person to death over with them. And
I can accept it
Never told
until
me she was
those
there.
flaws affect me and my children.
Now you
That's
know.
when it's
That's
too much
amazing.
for me.
But one of the things I brought along today was the deck of, I've written 5 books about relationships and a coloring book, and what I did was bring the deck of cards that are the relationship cards. And so you can ask any questions you want. I love to answer questions.
So we just pull it and I'll just read it?
Yeah, you can. And I never met a question I didn't like. A lot I can't
You gonna go
answer,
first?
but none I didn't like.
Ooh, it's a good one. Oh, Schmiegels. Okay, so it's the card number 9. The Marriage Whisperer, Chapter 6, Sex and Intimacy. Intimacy building is a delicate balance of intelligent editing of personal thoughts and feelings. Some stuff we tell, some stuff we don't. Okay.
And the way that came up, and all of these sayings, quotes, quips, whatever you want to call them, inspirations, came up during the course of doing therapy with people over all these decades. And that one specifically refers to, well, I just, I don't edit myself. I speak my mind, my tongue, all that kind of stuff. Well, that ain't so good. I don't mince my words. Well, you know what? You need to speak your words in a way that's respectful.
Yep.
Speak your truth in a respectful way. That way it'll resonate. Yeah, and it'll resonate, and you get more of a listen and more of an understanding. So, I'll just tell it like it is. I don't, some people, and I heard so many people say that, I'm not going to, hide the truth. No, it's not about hiding the truth. It's presenting it.
Everything is about
presentation.
Yeah, and again, the more you can share with your partner, the more opportunities for connection and closeness you create. But that's not to say you have to tell everything.
I was going to say, but ain't it a point where telling me I never needed to know everything?
Right.
To me, I feel that it's
Like
certain things
when is too much
that you can keep to yourself.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because me knowing certain things can change how I feel about a person.
Absolutely.
So, and me being me, nobody knows everything about me. Everybody, not even my sisters and brothers. Nobody knows that but me.
And you're absolutely right.
So, I think some of the sharing people do is just too much. Like, I don't need
That's
to
what
know.
I'm saying. Like, like when would you know that? What do you know not to share? Like,
well, the boundary for TMI is absolutely there in every relationship, and you take clues and cues from the other person as well as yourself. If you don't feel comfortable sharing it, then that's a real good clue that maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But you also have to look to the other person to see, do you owe them, and I put that in quotes, that piece of honesty. Is it something you're hiding or you're just protecting?
Right.
And there's a big difference between the two.
Yeah.
And you do have the right to protect yourself and not be judged by certain things.
Yeah.
But if you feel like the other person is going to judge you badly by that, then there's something wrong with the relationship.
Okay.
And me, it's just me just being guarded like I am. Certain things, I just don't feel that it's none of your damn business. I don't feel anybody. Certain things, protects me as far as, things that, because people will throw back in your face things that you have
done top 5 years ago.
Just the worst things that you have told them, they will throw it back in your face.
They don't want to let
in
it
an
go,
argument.
Well, and that's the thing. You have to be in a trusting relationship to where you aren't concerned or don't need to be concerned that that's going to happen. And so
I don't think I trust nobody like that.
Well, and maybe my
kids.
Well, and that's And that's your absolutely your call to what you tell and what risks you take. And when you have that light bulb go off, then oh gosh, I don't know if I can trust this person. That's your cue not to say it.
Right.
That's your cue. Not that someone can't betray you.
Can't trust them, or do you not
True.
say that you can't trust them?
Right.
Well, it's all about trust, and nobody can call that for you. But the limits you have to put on sharing yourself will define how much intimacy you can have.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not big
That's-
on
yeah.
intimacy.
yeah. Well,
I mean, that's in all relationships, though.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
would be friendship.
it's
It's
just,
harder to find. There's sex,
It's-
there's love, and there's intimacy. There's three
and that's
different
what it
kinds
is.
of-
Absolutely.
I live a guarded life like that as far as,
You don't
you know.
like physical touch?
No,
or-
I love, no, come on. Come on.
Wasn't that
Don't
what
you know me?
intimacy-
Come on, quit playing with me.
I think you
I,
read that wrong.
I said intimacy, not sex, not, feelings, not letting somebody
What's the
in.
difference?
Intimacy is more than
More
sexual.
emotion? I thought it was more emotional.
Even,
like-
I mean, you can have intimacy
have to
with
be true.
friends. You can have intimacy with your parents. Being that I had a fucked up relationship with my mama and one of my sisters who should be the closest, you can't tell that bitch shit. I've always lived guarded like that. And I've had some of the closest people that I've let in throw some shit up in my face that they never should have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I live like that. My husband don't know a lot of shit about me. He sits
Well-
and tells me everything, shit I shouldn't even know, but I don't say a thing.
Well, and when you've been betrayed, which is what you're talking about,
Betrayal.
you do put your guard up, and so that's a natural consequence, and it does limit the amount of intimacy you can have. And so you can have sex for sex, which is the physical jollies, and then that fades when the physical fades. But sex for sex, that's intimate sex, you got the physical jollies, and then that's reinforced with the love or the
Ain't see,
feelings.
nah, I don't
And
want all that.
yeah, but the intimacy can be obtained, with non-sexual relationships with friends, and so and it's not a lesser quality; it's just a different kind of intimacy.
Yeah.
Right.
Another card. We want to move on from
Okay,
that one.
so
You can pick one, or pick one at random, or
This
pick
isn't
one by
really-
choice.
I definitely picked one by random.
Yeah, I'm just picking one
and it
by
just
random.
happened to be that one.
okay, the rights of one partner do not auto trump the rights of the other.
Okay, and that one was very. It was
What do you mean by rights?
well, rights. The choice to do something. I have a right to. And where that came up a lot of times too, and this is in relationships, specifically. Say a woman played softball 7 nights a week before she met her husband, and then they got married. And then, so then she doesn't give up her right to play softball 7 years automatically because she got married.
Right.
But if she got married, in theory, she should want to spend more time and has committed to spending some time, so that it would seem appropriate, unless he played golf 7 days a week and they met afterwards, or they balanced it out. So that's what that
Compromise.
means. Yeah, you don't lose your right to do anything.
Right.
You really don't even lose your right to have sex with somebody else when
Because
you're
they
in a
know you're
relationship.
doing it. They know that you're doing that will be when you get together.
Right.
So I already know you're playing the game, so you
Yeah.
can't expect.
Right.
unless
So
you
Okay,
know.
you
so-
don't lose that
Then
right.
there's
That's what I mean.
this or
So
that
that's
kinda
a
deal.
segue into this question. So so you're the marriage whisperer. What about poly marriages?
Well, I haven't studied that in particular. And again, if it's a choice, but I have known a few couples who, traded partner wife swapping and went to these parties and that kind of stuff. And that tends not to work out because it usually doesn't stop at sex for sex.
Right.
There's a connection built that is perhaps missing in the original marriage or the original partnership. And so they're sketchy and they're dangerous. And a lot of them have rules that you can't meet with the other person
Without me.
without
Yeah.
knowing about it, or maybe you're in the same house, different rooms, or something like that. But what, in my limited experience with that, connections were made, gaps in the marriage or relationships or weaknesses
Yes.
were discovered and fulfilled by the other person, and relationships broke up. And then there was one situation I remember that he began cheating on his partner that he was cheating with his wife. He
Wait.
was married. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was married,
Uh-huh.
but cheating on his wife with another woman. Okay. And then he had basically told her, "Oh, we don't have sex anymore." But then he was cheating on her with having sex
With the
with
wife.
wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Ooh,
But
that
a
ain't
poly
definition.
marriage though
KKE
is
too.
different
Right.
than like the swingers and everything. It is two people and one, you know.
Can you really
maybe
love
two.
somebody? Can you really love two people at once?
I
or
think
more
you
than
can.
one?
Probably can't get
I
married
Like,
though.
like
I think
really
only in
be
Utah.
in love with.
I mean, they don't-
more than one
they-
person at a time.
Marriage in general is still just a piece of paper. They have a ceremony. They have, you know what I'm saying, they're supposed to be
yeah, they make a commitment.
there
Right.
it's,
Yeah.
it's a commitment. But it's a commitment to them three. You know what I'm saying? It's still not outside of the marriage or anything like that. I was just
Do you
wondering.
take this woman and this woman to
I mean,
be
that's
your
my
lawful
perfect-
wives?
That is my perfect situation to marry a woman and a man. Because that's what I want. Shit.
And, yeah, and there
be my
absolutely
perfect
would be
situation.
nothing wrong with it when three regular consenting adults had the full explanation. Doesn't matter what the rest of the world or part of the world or part of the family would say.
So 3 is not a crowd.
Three
Not-
is not
not
a
all the
crowd when
time.
everybody
No,
wants
you-
to
I
be
mean,
there.
You see, right? You see
and,
it working.
and it doesn't feel like a third wheel.
I mean,
Right,
it's-
because
it-
that's
it
nobody
what,
would-
that's
feels
what
like a
typically
third
ends
wheel.
up happening.
That's what joining a couple normally feels like. You know, you always still feel like that third wheel. You
You'll
know,
never be
because
number one.
and it's, you know, I mean, I never want to be number one anyway. It still feels they have rules on how they deal with you and different.
Yeah,
you know, shit.
you couldn't
It's-
date like
Yeah,
do
you
stuff for real.
you still feel separate, you know. So me, it would be meeting the people at the same time that aren't already in a relationship, and we build that together.
Yeah.
Because joining a couple, you're always gonna be the man on the outside,
Yeah, you're going to be at the disadvantage because they have a history.
and they have
bad, and ugly.
established,
Yeah.
Good,
So
bad, and ugly, and then
that
you could be
that
pulled.
sucks. Sexually, it's cool. Hey, we have fun. But anything more than sex is out of the cup because they're already established.
Well, right, and you could get pulled into the middle of an argument and take sides, and then
Oh,
know
yeah,
you'd
definitely
be
had that
yeah.
It
real-
gets
just
weird.
wouldn't-
It
Yeah.
gets straight weird.
But
And me,
again-
I disappear. I will move to a whole nother community.
Well, right. So again, consenting adults in an honest relationship of three people or whatever, it can be healthy. It can be healthy. Next card, please.
Ooh, Marriage Whisperer. Chapter 4, Arguments, Disagreements, and Differences. Partners working together will succeed and discover that the last words in a conversation can be, I love you, followed by, I love you back. We have been working on that. Me and my husband. So that's, can you elaborate on that?
In an argument,
Yeah,
Is that the last word?
I had to get to a point where I'm like, hey, can we talk later? Cause I know I can say some things, and
I go for the juggler.
my words are
You don't want to argue
so
with me.
powerful, and I know that they can.
But not for the
100%.
jug.
You're right, just up for the
Look,
joke.
I'm
got that.
Or
telling
the
you.
jugs.
I will talk about your mother, your
See, I ain't doing
mother's
that. I
mother.
don't speak low like that.
I
I'm saying,
will.
It would. I have a tendency to not be able to get what I want to say out, especially in the midst of an argument. So I have to take some time. Like, can we say what you gotta say, but give me a second to gather myself, because I don't want to say something I don't want
Well,
to say.
and that brings up another thing too. Everybody has a different argument style. Some people can never seem to get to the end of it and get their answer, and other people can't get the heck out of Dodge quick enough when there's a
Right.
conversation. Basically, and in the middle too, but the people that have the most trouble would be the two opposites. So what I always say, never give up, never give in, give away. And so when you get to an argument that you can't settle, you say, look, I'll give you this one, but how about we go my way on this other deal here?
up and listen.
And so I'll give you away my vote on this, and then you find two things that are relatively important, not like buying ice cream or a car,
Right.
but that kind of thing. And then the other thing is, It's also about if you want to, let's stop it now. Let's stop it now.
Yep.
Okay, time out. Okay, let's take a time out. Okay, never works. And I'll tell you why. Because there's one person that wants to continue and the other one who wants to get the heck out of Dodge. So it has to be a time out, time in. So that the person who wants the time out because she is overwhelmed, and I'll just say she, he, whatever, they, whatever, but they're overwhelmed with the situation and they just don't want to talk about it anymore, so they want the time out. Well, the person that wants to finish it and get to the bottom of it and get the answers still wants to finish. So if that person accepts the time out, they need the time in, and without the time in, they're not going to get their needs met either. So you need a time out, time in, and the person who calls the time out also said, hey, look, I'm just overwhelmed with this. I'm going to say something I shouldn't say, or I just need to stop right now. Got to get the dishes or whatever, and then say, so how about, hey, maybe 6:30, you think that'll work for you, or 6:30 tomorrow, or let's go to dinner and discuss it, and set the time in, and then that person is responsible for saying, hey, okay, here it's time. This is still,
well, that is when you're dealing with a rational person.
I mean, both things have some emotional intelligence. Like, you really need to.
You have to be dealing with somebody who is mature enough to handle something like that. If you're dealing with
if you got two impulsive people that want to just deal with it right now, and then it really can't get dealt with.
Just don't know how to shut the fuck up. Shit. Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah,
sorry.
Well, yeah. Then it doesn't end, and there are
because
other
if you're dealing with somebody who don't like to argue, don't like all of that,
right,
and somebody who thrives on it,
absolutely.
It is crazy. You literally have to call 911 to make a person shut up and just,
get the duct tape.
We can agree not to agree sometimes.
We've had to do that. Your argument just lasts for days.
You have to realize you were raised like you were. You have your moral system. You have your way. I was raised like I was. I have my way. Sometimes you just have to shut the fuck up and just agree to disagree and kiss and I love you still. But
yes, but that often does not work.
It does not.
Agree to disagree. And the alternative to that is fairly simple. When you don't agree and you realize you're not going to agree, you work down to the next level. Agreement's up here, or you either agree or you come to an agree. Okay, those are the two top ideal things.
Hopes, yeah.
Okay, so but below that you can say, look, I'm never going to agree with you, but I kind of get it. I get it.
I understand. Okay.
I get it. Understanding. Okay, and then the next level under that is, look, I really don't understand it. I really don't agree with it, but I'm just going to accept it. It just is what it is.
Acceptance.
And then the next one under that is that I don't agree, I don't understand it, I can't accept it, but you know what? That's just my honey. And then you have to just chill down to that. And it's below acceptance. It's because, but you have to, when you say that's just my honey, you have to leave behind. You have to leave all that out of the way.
Now,
and
my question to that, when you get to that point, whether you agree, disagree, or that's just my honey, what happens when they bring it back up? Like,
oh, Jesus! Like, if I done got all the way to that, baby, you better not bring it back up. Oh my gosh!
I'm at a point where
snap it, pop.
If I say, we're here, I don't want to discuss it anymore. But then later down,
in our
it'll
life,
come
why
back up
we
in
talking
some-
about shit?
then you really didn't get through that process.
Right.
It was a fake. And then that's when you go to a marriage counselor or go to your minister if your minister's trained in relationships. Some aren't, can make a bigger
Most
mess.
aren't.
And
If
can
he
make
got a
bigger mess.
perm, he is not trained. Do not go to the preachers with the
nicer
perm.
car than you.
If he got a Cadillac,
That's right.
he is not trained in nothing but pimping. Do not get that man counseling, y'all.
Yeah, so that's basically the different tools and strategies that I teach and have taught, and That's what the cards represent. Are we ready to move on to the next card or another card?
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
You can pick whatever you want or just random. And if you don't like it after you
You
read
know I ask you random questions. You know me.
it, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. You are entitled to express. That's not what I understood. But how can you seriously claim to know that's not what you meant when your partner says it?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Ooh.
What you say,
And
what you hear,
and what you
meant
really
by it.
mean.
That is I have a struggle with that.
Oh, yeah.
Bad.
And that one, I dealt with so many couples who would say, they'd come in and say, well, we've been arguing about the paper toilet roll. The paper, yeah. And
Ooh, that'll
and,
get it too.
yeah.
Flip
yeah.
over.
Oh my
Over,
God.
under, around, and through.
Oh my God,
Oh
really?
my God. We done straight had that argument. Oh my
yeah.
God.
But if
Oh,
you
yeah.
look on the patent for the toilet paper roll, it has it facing up.
Fuck the
on
patent.
original.
Oh my
Who
God.
the
That's who originally
Justin!
invented it. The patent.
See, you a
that's-
man, you about to get it. Who the fuck
You roll it underways,
Okay.
really? That's not natural.
Anyway.
Let's agree.
Continue.
Agree to disagree.
That's my bag.
Yeah,
That's just my bag.
Yeah. So what that came about was I would see couples in these most ridiculous arguments. That's not what you said. Well, yes, I did. No, you said. And then one of them repeats the word verbatim. Well, yeah, but what I meant was, no, you said paintball. And you had to mean paintball. And paintball means da-da-da-da. Well, no, when I said I
Say
meant
what you
paint the
mean
ball.
what you say.
Yeah, and if you don't, and so what it comes is communication is, we have not communicated, and this is another one of the cards, until what I meant is what you understood.
Not what you heard.
Yeah. You know, if you heard what I said, that's one level, but we didn't communicate until what I meant is what you understood.
Boy, you
Did you
preaching.
hear what I said, or
You
did
preaching.
you listen to what I was saying? Did you hear my voice? You hear
well,
me talking? Or are you listening to
But
what I'm talking
yes,
about?
but that starts trouble too. What do you mean? You can't tell me I'm not
Justin,
listening.
if you
Right,
say it
yeah.
to, you gonna get fought.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Because the way you just sounded very condescending and like man-like, where I almost slapped you and we not even arguing. You know what I mean? As
Right,
as
we're
a
listening.
woman, you're like, but did you understand what I meant? And you know, it's not what you saying, it's how you saying. He sounded like a professor, like, you know.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But anyway,
Yeah, I mean-
but anyway, I always
If my husband sounded like that, that's why I'd be like, who the fuck are you talking
Take
to?
him out back.
Are you talking to the
It's a tone,
kids?
so it's a tone.
take it back.
It's
a,
the
take
tone.
it back a step further. He has his toilet paper over because that's what I taught him.
Oh, that'll really
You
start
were
it.
that way.
Now
You
now
were
you
right.
know.
I don't know if that's a.
Now you know, as
Gentlemen,
as a wife, I never had problems with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was good as gold. But I see, you know, how sometimes that affects women and their relationships and all of that kind of stuff. Even though my mother-in-law.
Oh, girl, my mom-in-law. Woo-wee. Well, I had to get a key
That's
on
an
my
issue.
gas tank because that lady.
That's
she
an
hated me.
issue for a lot of
My
people.
husband's the only child,
Mm-hmm.
and he, yeah.
I think
he,
these all are going. Every single one is going. Oh,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
You really just
This
looked that up?
motherfucker right here.
That was backwards.
My
So just
sister
so you know.
and her husband
God.
almost divorced because she was talking one day and she was talking about making some barbecue sauce. And he came in there, he was like, let me call my mama. She make the best barbecue sauce. She'll tell you how.
Oh wow.
And all of a sudden I hear I mean, it's just like
She was that mad?
up because it was on top of years of, you know what I'm saying, him checking with his mama
was the
and
straw.
him,
That
you know what I'm
was the
saying?
straw.
Oh,
It was
wow.
it was the barbecue sauce that broke the
The
camel's
camel's back,
back,
I
you
feel
know.
you. No, that-
Broke the glass
makes-
jug.
Oh, it
Right.
broke the jug, the squeeze
It
bottle,
overfilled.
and I
It was-
never understood it, right? Because, you know, I'm single. I hadn't even had a relationship at this time. So I'm like, she tripping, you know what I'm saying? His mother barbecue sauce is the bomb. But as you grow and you see, I understood it once I got older. Like, okay, to her, it's like, I'm the woman of this house. You know what I'm saying? And they're Bible followers, you know, and it says once you get married, the woman is, you know what I'm saying, it's not, you don't lean on your mom. And it was just, when he said that, I mean, my sister, I had never even heard her cuss at him like that and stuff.
And a lot of times, to that point there, when you marry or commit to a relationship, you are starting a new family.
Absolutely.
And each partner brings with some of the best from their family and some of the best, and hopefully none of the worst. But in order for the partnership to succeed, you have to have a blend, a comfortable blend. It isn't 50-50 or 60-40 on this and 50-50.
Whatever yours is.
Yeah, whatever. And if too much of one's upbringing comes into the marriage because the other one had a weaker family life and whatever, it can be a problem with creating a mixed bag.
I get that.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
I get that.
Makes a lot
Boy,
of
you
sense.
So that particular mother was already so much in the marriage and dominating, and maybe her family system was weaker or kinder or not
Just
better.
it was just less intrusive.
Right.
My parents, you know, raised us that once you're married, that's your family. You know, I won't be in your business. I don't.
Yeah, what you invited them into, they went, but they didn't push it.
Yes, yes. My mama. If you don't call, it's all right. If you do, hey baby, you know But some people raise their children like, you know, I'll be there in the birth room.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That really got a lot of people in trouble with his or her family. Well, we have to be at my parents' on Christmas. We have to be there, and to not be able to share
that fight
day.
back and
You gotta
forth.
do every other year.
It
I mean, if
made
that's like
me-
that.
Traditions,
That's
yeah.
the
It made
compromising
me
here. That's the biggest thing.
it made me a visitor within my family.
Yeah.
Because I gave up holidays and stuff with my family because I was always single. So it wasn't nothing for me to be there or not be there. I wasn't bringing no kids and different things like that. But once we got married and everything, I noticed I'm always with your family. Always with your
He
family.
never wanted to spend time with yours.
Never with mine.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's-
Because he wasn't used to it. I never even brought it up until we had like 2 and 3 kids. You know, like, well, we need to go with my family too sometimes. But I didn't think my family tripped off of it because the joke in my family was that it's just Tut. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, it's just her. She don't got no kids. She, you know what I'm saying?
They accepted it, and that, but you were shortchanging yourself.
I was shortchanging them, and I
Yeah,
became,
be around the
I
family.
literally became a visitor. With my daddy's side, I'm still a visitor now because I took myself out of it being with him and his family.
Right. We got another card?
I do. Ooh. Marriage Whisperer, Chapter 3, Habits and Chores. The past always comes forward to chomp your rear if you don't proactively manage its influence on you in the present.
That's what I just said.
This is funny because I said there are two different people, proactive and reactive.
Oh yeah.
I'm a proactive person. If I see it needs to be done, I'm gonna do it. I will take the trash out. I will do whatever. But there are reactive people who don't do anything until you say something about it. You know. So how does that work? Like how would you manage that within a marriage if that's obviously a
Well,
imbalance?
with chores, they're often partners are not identical in their level of housekeeping or organization. There's dirt and there's clutter.
Ooh, a Virgo.
Oh, here we go.
I'm telling you, I want to kill my Gemini.
And
Ooh,
so
Lord.
there's some people that are, I want to say, trapped in having everything perfect, everything organized, and no speck of dirt anywhere.
Talking about me.
Well, do you feel maybe you don't feel trapped?
It's the Virgo in me. Things have to be in order.
That's just OCD, baby.
I'm not. I don't have to knock on the wall and different stuff like that. I have a level
That's
of OCD, but no, some OCD they have to do that before they do something. But yeah, my mother was a clean freak. Like she used to have to go to the emergency room because she washed her hands so much. You know what I'm saying? So in her house, it had to be a certain way, or we got our ass beat. We couldn't go to school if the house was dirty. You know what I'm saying? That was the top thing to her is her clean house. I got it a little bit.
It was a little. She was a little over the top.
Yeah.
She was crazy as shit.
Well,
I lived in a shelter, and we had to clean a certain way. And the man who ran the shelter, it was a women and kids shelter, and he ran it like we were in the military. We had to fold our beds a certain way. Like,
bounce the quarters.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
we had to.
I literally
do
was
everything
woke up.
so-
I left some dishes dirty, like, cause mama, damn it. So I'm just putting the dishes in the thing. She woke me up in the middle of the night, and I had to wash every dish in the house.
My granny did that to my mother.
Well, and that kind of history, when I say the history doesn't lie in the past, it always comes forward. You know, you can say, don't talk about the past. Well, you don't have to
I
talk
love
about it.
talking
It
It's
still
gonna
comes
come up
forward.
It's gonna-
regardless.
it's-
It's
oh
going
my-
to come up.
It's
Woo.
always
It's gonna
comes
come-
up.
Stuff
and
triggers.
So that you
Lord.
deal with it the best way you can. You know, you shake off some of your mother's influence. The rest of it you own.
I know it.
You
I
own
know I'm a batshit crazy because she was, and her mother before her, and her grandma.
And so, you know, until you make a choice to do something differently, and it's important enough to you, I don't do any parent blaming or parent bashing
Right.
because I think parents
Did the best
They who they are.
They do the best they. Some of
Not
them
all
aren't.
of them,
Some of
but
them
some
aren't
of them.
that good.
Right.
But they're still. I don't think too many parents are ill-intentioned.
Yes.
Have
Right.
bad
Yes.
intentions.
Only some.
Yeah. Not too many.
Smaller
Right, right.
percentage.
Yeah.
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 So, you know, there comes a certain point at, I heard couples say, well, I was that way when she married me. She knows I was raised that way. And so saying you were raised that way explains how you became that way.
Right,
It
but
does not explain why you stayed
Why the
that way.
bad behavior continues.
Yeah, it doesn't explain why you stay that way.
Because when you know it is something that is negative,
Yeah.
something that doesn't help you and hurts you, and you continue to do it, you're insane.
Well, yeah, and you choose it.
You're choosing
Yeah.
it.
You choose it.
I choose to get my shit together.
I choose
I've been
peace.
breaking generational. That's my goal.
My whole
Yeah.
life.
Break my
To
generational.
you take a
curses.
look at it.
Yep.
And
me and my
when
husband.
any of the past that comes back to haunt you, you deal with it. Don't keep
both-
pushing it back there because
No.
it's going to keep hitting you.
Yep. We're at a point in our life where that's all we want to do is get past it, like work through our past traumas, because we always randomly unlock the memories with each other just by talking. And we cry with each other. We talk it out. We try to get past. Like,
That's
it's
real
crazy.
love.
I
Yeah.
love it though.
I cry because he gets on my damn nerves, and he just gets on my nerves. That's how I know it's not. I know as life gets, people change and different things like that, but when they're not handling their mental shit, it's hard to hang in there. And the grief of my husband losing his mother and not handling it, he became a total different person.
Absolutely. It
You know,
forward. It came forward in everything he did.
And everything, and then the self-medication, and that just took it even worse.
Right.
And everything. I would have been willing to fight with the person he was, but with the person you became, I'm not married to the same person.
Yeah, because he didn't manage, you know, he didn't manage his change.
He didn't.
And he
No.
accepted it and owned it.
He
with
just
change in marriage
helped make it happen.
How does that work? Because I know that was a big issue with my husband and I. Because when we first met, I've always been the same person, just the person in the background. But when my dad passed away, like the ambition in me awakened. You know, I want to do more. I want to leave my own legacy. We don't got kids, so I mean, you know, make my mark. So I've been dabbling in a lot of things, and it initially got us arguing a lot because people started noticing me and, you know, popularity and stuff. So it's something that
But he's such a good man. He see it.
But it was hard. Yeah, it was hard for him to see that. He didn't want to see that. He wanted to stop it. He didn't want me doing it. He didn't want me doing none of this.
Well,
But
yeah.
he realized, you
And
know,
the thing that you're bringing up is really important because when you talk about change, you know, you're not supposed to change, or you know, you weren't this way when I married you.
Right.
Well, you're supposed to grow.
Yep.
yeah.
And hello, what is growth? Growth
Change.
is
Change,
change.
yeah.
Okay. What?
No, that's the other person.
Yeah, so growth is change. And if you
Yes.
don't change, you're not growing. And so you were comfortable in that relationship to where you could change and grow. And you didn't have suppressing expectations on you that you remained the same,
That's
that you
right.
could become more of who you are. And for him, that might have been, he fell in love with who you were. And when he will grow with you.
And that's exactly what we've been
Yeah.
doing.
Got another question over there?
Okay, here we go. Right. We have not communicated because I heard what you said. We communicate when you. Oh, that's about the same as the
Yeah,
other
that's the
one.
same. It's related.
That's the same. Let's see. It is the second person to speak who may start the argument, but only if the emotional experience ignites it.
Okay. What do you think about that one?
I think anybody can start an argument, all according to, definitely their emotional background to the subject. My husband knows that, like, okay, in our household, we have argued over R. Kelly for, I swear to God, this is the most common argument because he knows that you can't play R. Kelly around me.
Okay.
You can't talk about him without me getting upset and clicking on you. I have such negative feelings over who he is and what he did and how our community helped him do it. So, this dude, like, we'll be riding and we just happy, we just
In a
chilling.
good mood,
And he'll play
he
bump
know
and
your
grind.
triggers. What was the point? Okay.
So, my emotional experience with the situation, coming from being molested, being raped, people not believing and all of that kind of stuff, I will cut your throat. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. This, this, you can turn it, what you feel about something can turn an argument so bad.
Right. Well, where I would start with that is that first of all, bringing up a subject to your partner or somebody you care about that you know is upsetting is totally disrespectful
It is.
and irresponsible. And that's one thing. And whether or not you or anybody else as the receiver of the information can disengage quickly enough so that it doesn't become an argument. You still would be starting the argument, but it would be more in response to being disrespected.
Right.
And so
And that's what it is for me, yep.
yeah, you're being disrespected. And so when you accept that and focus on you're disrespected, then you possibly can learn, if you choose, to detach yourself from further conversation with that person and not even give them the argument of the day, not even give them the satisfaction of an argument. And so that's one possibility if you chose to try to turn it to not get involved with people, even talk to people who disrespect you.
Yeah, see,
Because
that's
it's a
what...
losing proposition.
That's
Right.
what I
If
have
they-
to,
yeah.
especially with the father of your children and different things like that. Like, I feel it is being that I won't engage with you. It's like how a little kid with their big
I'm not
brother, right?
touching you.
Yeah, the little kid, the baby, like I was the baby. So long as I got your attention, whether it was you beating me up or you cussing me out or you telling me you love me, I had your attention.
Right.
So I was happy.
Yeah.
That is how my husband is. So you not engaging with me at all. You not fixing me nothing to eat. You not talking to me.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So let me play an R. Kelly song so I know that you'll snap out.
And right.
I
And,
just
and
wanna-
so
I just want some
that's
type of
why,
emotion.
yeah,
Wow.
that's why you're letting, and you are in those cases letting him control you because he knows where your little is. He can get you, and so you can learn if you choose
React differently.
to just disengage, recognize disrespect for disrespect, and not choose to engage with
react.
anybody.
I've learned that. I've
Yeah.
mastered that shit.
That's why we
I think it
separated.
scares
That's why
people.
we moved away.
Yeah, because somebody who chooses to. There are people who don't realize that they're being disrespectful, and then when you advise them of it, okay, mistake, whatever. But
Do
if
it
they
as-
continue to do
They
it
just
once
don't
they're
care. They
advised,
want
Yeah.
that
then they
attention.
can't say, oh, well, I wasn't trying to.
Right.
Well, you were.
You were.
You did. I told you. You
You
did
were.
it again. It's disrespectful. And so I'm done.
Mm.
Got something else?
Yes. Ooh, this one is about sex and intimacy again. If you ask for what you want and you get it, that behavior from your partner has as much and more significance than if you got it without asking.
Does that confuse you? Make any sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why I came up with that one. There were just a lot of couples that would say something about, well, you know, I like a back massage. Okay, you know, and
So you gotta ask for it?
I shouldn't have to ask for
I
it.
feel that way because I know.
shouldn't have to ask for it.
Okay, yeah, I need to do that.
You just do it.
The other person on the other
Because I
side,
know my man. I know what he
the
wants. I
other
know what he
person
needs.
needs to understand this is what my partner wants, but they're not necessarily automatically going to think
Yes.
of it.
Yes.
They're not necessarily going to think of it. If they loved giving massages and
Then
give
they
it
would
to
think
you,
about it.
they would
and
think about
offer
it, and you do it, and that would have value.
Right.
But the fact that if you asked for it and he wasn't inclined to do it, and he does it, has as much or more value
It's
because
the same, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
Or he didn't want to
Right.
do it anyway.
Right. So
And
you
then
know,
life changes. What I'm gonna do for you when we're first together, the rubbing and all of that, lives. Children come in.
Open the car.
More responsibilities, jobs change, different things like that. So don't always think, oh, she know I like to be rubbed. Well, the baby like the butt change too. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I don't have any kids. So I'm one of those people who I feel that I've mastered my husband. I know what he needs before he needs it. I know he's gonna sneeze 3 times in a row, and I'm blessing him each time before he does it. You know, so it's like
I think that's better that you know. I mean, you can ask them too, but I think if someone knows what I want, that would be
But
on a
that's what
different
I'm
level
saying.
than
But
you
for
asking
me-
for it.
But for me,
In
my
my
body
opinion,
is
too,
hurting
yeah.
all the time, and he know I'm always asking for a massage. But I get to a point where I'm at a point I feel I shouldn't ask. You should just want to do it
Yeah.
because you know it's
well,
something
yeah,
I'm
but
always
see,
wanting.
there's 2 different things.
Okay.
We make the mistake a lot of times of assuming that our partner is like us.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
we are a person who asks
I was just
for
gonna
what
say
we,
that.
Yeah.
if
But
they
he
ask what we
ain't
want-
like
he
you.
asks- He do ask for it.
Right. So he is making the mistake of assuming you will ask for what you want.
And I'm
you
making the
make
mistake
something
of
that he
him
should
assuming.
know what you want and just give it to you.
And that's that men are from
Do one of these
Mars,
kind of like
women
just
are
kind of
from
nudge up
Venus.
against them with your back. Do one of these kind of like, give them
the devil.
Juliet.
Juliet,
I don't mess with
Juliet.
those.
this is pink.
I don't know if it's a.
Yeah.
Is it
so
a girl?
Is it a girl or a boy?
Did you just say you
Do
don't?
I
Did you
look
just-
Like, do
I
I
gotta
look like
go
a
pee.
veterinarian?
I gotta go.
You know what?
I gotta go use the bathroom.
Nope, I'm ignoring you. Go ahead. What were you gonna say? I can't believe you don't know.
He don't know.
It's unisex.
You should have gave him a unisex
I've never really
name.
checked out its reptile parts before.
You should at least gave him a unisex name or some Pat. I'm sorry.
It's
Hey.
pet. It's pet. Oh my God. Do you guys remember that?
It's Patricia.
Well, I'm just saying Pat, Terry,
Do you remember the movie? It's
Saturday
Pet?
Night. No, Saturday
From
Night
Saturday
Live.
Night
It was
Live.
a
Yeah,
skit.
Yeah, they made a
They
movie too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was one of the
That was
movies
my
they
first time
made.
ever seeing it.
Well,
It's
see, I
Pet.
watched Saturday Night Live ever since I came in this earth. So
I like the
swear
church
to
lady.
God.
Church lady.
Yeah. Oh, I love the
Dr.
church
Pat,
lady.
what were we
Isn't that
saying? I'm
special?
sorry.
You're
He
not
just threw me off
special.
because he didn't know the gender of his companion.
That is named Juliet.
Hey, Jordan named her. Blame her, okay?
That's right. Yeah, blame her. But yeah, so it's a question of we don't all get our needs met in the same way, and we are not the same people, and it's not fair for us to expect our partner to be the same way.
Yep.
So since he knows you're not going to ask, he can say, "Hey, look, you looking for back rub tonight?" He can ask you. Okay, and because you know
How's your back
you're
feeling,
already,
baby?
You're already in tune. Yeah, you're already in tune.
I
with
rub your
his
back, you
needs.
rub my front
And so
to make a deal.
the difficulty can be that the non-asker has his or her needs met so well, they never ask.
Yep.
And so they figure, well, I don't ask you for anything.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't have to. Yeah,
right.
That's
So
what it is.
There's kind of a disconnect there that needs to be fixed, and it can be fixed.
Can a
easily.
person ask too much?
That's subject. That there is no such thing as asking too much, except asking more than the other person wants to do.
Okay.
Well,
So
when
if
would
you
that be?
Right,
feel
how do you determine that?
if you feel pressured or obligated to do something, like, cause my husband, he started having seizures after his mom died, right? So he pulled like a rotator cuff or something.
Yeah.
So literally for about 4 years after that, I had to rub him all the time.
Okay.
And now I won't touch him. He could ask me to rub anything. I could see him go through a window,
Well,
and I will not.
Sometimes when you feel obligated and you don't do it in the spirit that you'd like to be doing it because it's
At
overkill.
first it started off as that, but when a person is constantly, and then when the item gets better and they don't give you the props for it.
Right.
You know, when you can move that arm like you never could.
Right.
And you never got physical.
All those hours you put in working it.
And you don't be like,
Thank you.
you the one did it. Then it's really like, you better ask them kids that
slap
I
in the
gave you to
face,
rub you. I just think that people need to know that you don't have to feel obligated to do anything for your mate. Cause I just thought, well, that's what I gotta do. Yeah, I'm cooking, cleaning with a baby and the booby and all of that, but I gotta rub him too.
Well, the other thing is to be sexist about it. Women tend to be less transactional. I'll do this for you if you do this for me.
I'm getting so much better at that.
And men are as a rule, or not as a rule, as a stereotype, more that way. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and do that, but only if you will just do this. So when a person
not a but
feels,
only, but I would appreciate.
well, that's
No,
a nice.
that's
But
the
we
same thing.
just do it just to do it. We
Right.
don't
It shouldn't
we
be a
don't put
stipulation.
anything, well, if you do this, then you got to change the baby for a week or anything like that. It's just my man needs this, just like with the nurturing of our children. We just know that you need it, or you know, it's what you expect, so we just feel obligated to do it.
And we can learn differently by saying, okay, yeah, look, I was just going to change the baby
Yeah,
and clean up the diapers, so when I'm done with you, I'm going to go do something else, and how about you take care of that?
Yeah, it was something that I had to learn. Now, dude, I got carpal tunnel for those 5 years. Hell no, I'm not rubbing anything.
Yeah, no, and again, you're not obligated. It's a question of negotiating, and if you feel badly about doing it, then that's an indicator to yourself that you're not getting enough back. And so that may have been your situation. I don't know. You weren't getting.
Well,
enough
it was just
back.
with the conditioning of growing up in the Baptist church and just your mother, and you know what I'm saying, when you find a husband, you're supposed to do all of this stuff, and it never really tells you what they're supposed to do back. They're just supposed to provide and, you know, different stuff like that. Well, I was the provider. I was everything that the man's supposed to be and the woman, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's a lot of women that end up in those situations because we're told this is what we're supposed to
that's
do.
Where, you know, I am for religion that helps people lead fair and just lives.
We did not.
It does.
I've never
The
been
moral
married, never been
systems
married.
that I have come totally from religion. I can say that. But a lot of the negative conditioning that I've had to change over the years is still relates to growing up in the church. I mean, because they tell women we supposed to be one thing, but it's not realistic, and this isn't the 50s.
Because we both never been married, and we didn't have people in our lives, our separate lives, that we could look up to. You know, that I never believed in marriage. Marriage was nothing I never wanted until I met him, and he's the reason I changed and wanted
you
that.
wanted marriage to him. You didn't want marriage.
Exactly. I
And
The
never seen anything
stereotype
positive.
of
Yeah.
marriage.
Right.
I
right.
wasn't
It's a
one
really.
of them. All of my friends they knew what kind of dress they wanted and stuff when they.
Oh no, I
you
never
know, when
did
they
all
were
that. I
kids.
never did all
And
that.
my wedding day, I didn't know.
I never did
didn't know
all of that. I
nothing.
never thought about the Cinderella and the the picket fence and all of those different things. I never thought about, even though I come from married people. You know, my father, he was married to his wife for 20-some years. My grandparents were forever together, and my other grandparents. So I saw all of that, but it's just something I never.
Well, but it depends.
It didn't
too.
work for you.
It
I mean,
depends.
doesn't work for
it depends on a
everybody.
lot of things. When I
definitely didn't work for me.
dealt with younger couples and they were struggling, and I said, well, how long were your parents married? Well, my grandparents are married 50 years, but they don't talk to each other. And my
Oh, yeah.
parents,
That was
my
the other
parents
one
are
right here.
married 30 years now, but they never hug or kiss or anything.
Wow.
So
well,
yeah, so that they don't really get a good concept of marriage as a union as opposed to marriage as a piece
Yeah,
of
my
paper.
grandparents, I don't even think they slept in the same room. I think
Yeah.
he slept in the front
Well,
So,
room.
that
so
could
you
be
didn't
from
really
past-
see.
From
You,
old TV.
you saw the piece of paper.
Separate
You
beds.
didn't see.
I
the
never, I
relationship.
can't
aspects of
say
it.
that I saw
wow.
Yeah.
the even the level of marriage that my kids saw with me and my husband. In front of them, we were friends. We, kissed and pecked, and he,
Yeah.
so
I
they,
never seen my mom and dad kiss. They were married before though.
yeah, my kids saw us kiss and hug
Yeah,
on
they
each
saw
other's
some
legs.
connection.
They saw what was more fake. You know what I'm saying? Because after years, I mean, we didn't even sleep in the same room. So.
I saw my mama still be my dad's friend after all the bullshit.
Oh yeah, we are
So,
friends.
that's-
That's
yeah.
what my kids definitely see, that me and my husband are friends. We still separated. We do everything still together because we want to. We are friends.
Yeah.
He crazy as shit, but he the best friend I got.
There you go.
Even though we never be
Y'all
out
were
together.
better as friends than.
And what
that.
you got over there, Jeff?
Yeah, some people are like that.
So this one is chapter 5. Being analytical trumps being emotional. We don't get into trouble for how we feel, but for our actions in response. Please elaborate.
Well, it's like if you look outside, for example, and you see it's raining. Okay, that's something objective. It's
I know,
raining.
but she keep talking, and I can't miss this.
if you look outside and it's
I'm gonna bring you a bucket next time.
anyway, so if you look outside and it's raining, okay, that doesn't make you feel any particular way
Right.
when what you experience. If it's you have a garden, you say, "Oh, great! I don't have to water my garden today." You can be glad that it is raining.
Right.
And you can, if you had a picnic planned, you say, "Oh gosh, aggravated. Now what are we going to do? We have a picnic." But and then you can just say, "Oh, it's raining outside. Oh well, no big deal." It's the interpretation you put on what it is, and the explanation. It's not actually what it is that's making you. The rain doesn't make you cry, laugh, or who cares.
Right.
It's the interpretation and the plans, and so it doesn't make you feel anyway. Like if I said, "Oh, that's really a green shirt you have on," and now how are you going to take
What
it?
does that mean? Is that good? Is that
Yeah.
a compliment or an
Like,
insult?
damn.
That's
uh,
right,
should I
that's right.
trade it?
It
So
turned
what you-
really green
yeah,
there.
yeah. So what you say? Oh, I don't understand. Are you trying to compliment me or
Right,
what?
right.
Oh yeah, it looks great. It looks great with your hair and all that. So you have to clarify.
Right.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a green shirt you have there. What shade of green?
I tend to overshare sometimes because I think that's just who I am. Because sometimes when I say things, again, it don't come out the way I want. So then I go into explaining, and then explaining ends up going into something that has nothing to do with what we initially started.
Well, and again, you've used the phrase "that's just who I am," or what, and you are that way until you change.
I've been working on
Yeah,
it.
and so you're
I'm just
changing.
timid.
You're in the process of changing that.
Yes.
And one of the things that you're describing is what I call slow and fast editors. And when I was in a group discussion class working on my doctorate at SLU, there were like, maybe 10 or 12, mostly women, a few men in this class. And it was discussion. So the instructor would put up a question and people talk about it. And I'd look around the room and nobody was answering it, so I'd wait and I'd raise my hand and I'd start talking, and then other people put in, and about 4 or 5 weeks into the semester, this one woman jumped in and she says, "Look, I'm going to get a bad grade in this class because of her," and pointed to me.
Dang.
She says, "She's always shooting her mouth off and never gives me a chance to talk and all
When
this kind of
everybody had the opportunity.
yeah.
Wow.
And so then people, no, I like what she has to say. You're just not talking, and so they defended me.
Right.
That's on you.
But that was the moment I understood. Some people are slow editors and fast editors. Some people think about what they're going to say. They think about it more. They think about it. They edit it, and then by the time they're ready to say it, the conversation has changed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a really slow editor. And then there are people who are fast editors who basically think and speak at the same time. They don't
Both.
edit anything.
Yeah. I
And
have.
so it's good in my experience to be able to do some of both and everything in the middle, to have a full range, whether you need to edit it or whether it's spontaneous, because there's advantages to being a slow editor because you can think of more what you say and refine it and think of more things. There's advantages to being a fast editor because it seems more genuine and honest and you get your word in quick.
Right.
So there's advantages to both. And, so since you usually talk a lot or would say everything, if you find you're getting into trouble or you don't like the results of doing that, then you just slow down your editing is the process you do. Nothing,
makes
anything else?
Did you have? Yeah, it's over there.
I got
You
more.
You're doing the most.
I got more. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. Why do I keep picking aces? Nope, that's the same one. I mixed them up. I had them separate. at
You
first.
got one, Justin?
I'm looking.
Okay.
We need similarities and differences as the two-part glue for our relationships. Similarities stabilize our connection, while differences fuel our passion.
And
I like that one.
yeah,
That's
and
true.
it's a thing about
Oh,
Go
dang.
ahead, I'm listening.
yeah. So it's a thing about you want to marry somebody just like you or get together with somebody just like you. No, you don't.
No.
Because first of all, that gets old, that gets stale. You don't grow. You don't
Boring
get
is
new
that thing.
experiences. Yeah, and it's good because then you grow from knowing the other person,
Yeah.
and they grow from knowing you, and then you embark
Grow
on
together.
things that are both different for both of you. So look at somebody who's different, but different in a way you can appreciate,
Yes.
or at least you're interested in. That's kind of a simple principle. People keep thinking about that, and don't overlook people who are very different from you.
People think people be doing.
They're the
thinking
ones
they
you'll
going
fall
the
in love
same-
with the most.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Opposites attract.
yeah,
I believe.
but they attract and detract.
Oh, they definitely do. Because after a while, I don't know about other people, but you want something similar to you. You don't. Me, I like artists. People who are creative and different things, like-minded. If I'm sitting there creating art, you should be creating some kind of art of your own. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I've always just liked people who are creative.
Yeah, you want enough of an overlap, but enough differences too.
Right.
But you have to have some overlap.
Something.
You got one yet?
I found a couple actually.
Okay,
Well,
let's
that's the one you always talk about before. If you want to grow old together, don't let things grow old.
Yeah, and that was like the first one I ever wrote
Now, that's
down.
some of the
about
smartest
over
shit I
30
ever heard.
years
Say that
ago.
again.
If you want to grow old together, don't let things grow old.
And that came out spontaneously. I was seeing this couple, and they had 2 kids, and they'd been married 10 or 15 years. They were in their late 20s, early 30s, and she came in with the complaint she came in with the confession that she'd been emotionally cheating with a guy at work.
Yep.
And
Oh,
he
yeah,
was giving her
them
good attention. And
Work husbands are the devil.
yeah. And
I never
so
believed those.
then then she went home and told him about that, and he of course was all upset and all this kind of
Oh,
stuff.
she told. Okay.
Yeah, she told him, but that's why they were coming in.
Because we
they
talk
thought-
too much. Women always tell on ourselves.
Well, no, we just feel guilty. I mean, when you feel it, when something like that's bothering you enough, you have to get out. You can't
'Cause
keep-
we
it's some
are
secrets you can't
stupid.
keep
She
to
wanted
yourself.
to bring him in to let him know there were some problems. So when they came in, one of the first things she said, I had this emotional affair. We didn't do anything or whatever. We didn't even kiss or whatever. And she said, but he just said such nice things to me, and you don't ever say you love me, you don't say I look good, and all this kind of stuff. And he looked at her and he says, well, honey, we've been married 10 years, we got 2 kids, things get old after a while.
No,
And
you
immediately,
can't say that.
Ouch.
Oh my
immediately,
God.
I thought,
She finna sign them divorce papers.
if you want to grow older together, don't let things grow old. And that was the first one I ever remember coming up with. And then
That's
I always
right.
wrote them down afterwards
Mhm.
and used it a lot with other people because it immediately light bulbs went on with
Right.
them, and we
That's
continued
real.
to talk about it.
Wow.
And I would offer that same piece of wisdom or whatever that I gained. And, I gained all this from listening to people.
So when a couple hears you say that, and then they come back for their next session, I'm assuming that they implement that. At
Well, I
home,
do
right?
ask them about it. I ask them about, have you discussed the last session, and did you both agree on it, disagree on it? Because it's not that people have to agree with what I say.
Right.
They need to hear what I say to open their mind and come up with their own version. I've
Yeah.
had people come in and say, yeah, well, you told us we should, da-da-da-da, and we did, and it was great, thank you. And I'm sitting over there thinking, no, that's not
what I
even
said.
close to
Right.
what I said.
But if it works
But-
for you.
But something I said triggered you to find
To do
your own
something.
solution and your own application of that. And so I'd say, well, great, I'm glad you figured something out. What you got over there? What's your other one?
Oh, I got. This one is more about it says, this chapter 3, one partner's right to the casual and leave personal items behind is the same right the other person has for you not to leave stuff laying around.
Wait, what?
One partner's right to be casual and leave personal items around is equal to the other's right to be more formal and have a home free of uncollected personal items.
That's the chores and stuff.
Individual
part of it,
rights
yeah.
collide.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you take your jacket and throw it on the couch, you figure I'm going to get it later, I guess, but the partner might not want you to
Yeah, I
put
don't
the
like
jacket-
that shit.
Don't
Put
put
your
the
shit
jacket
up.
on the
I'm
couch.
like mixed, cause I got so this probably is way off of this, cause it was an argument, well not an argument, but a discussion my husband and I had before, cause before I met him, I already had mental issues and stuff, so when I met him, I never brought it up. We never talked about it. We got
So you didn't
married.
tell him your mental issues.
Because I wasn't having problems. So after we got married and then stuff started coming up and stuff started showing and I had to go start taking medication and he's like, you never told me, so it became a issue. So now we're more open about it because he sees it's obviously something that's not going away. But my question to you is if you're dating and you have something like that, something obviously that's important, especially if somebody wants kids and stuff like that. At what point, whether like in the dating situation, when would you actually express that?
When
Would
you
tell
still the
somebody that
representative.
to still feel. You said what?
When you're still the representative. I believe that when you're dating, we get the representative, right? So you're on your best behavior. You are the best you possible when we are dating. That is when you need to let a person know about mental illnesses.
All your
and
flaws.
They need to know all of that.
It's like a disclaimer, I guess.
I mean, because while we're dating is when you're gonna decide whether you fuck with me or not. So keep it real with me. Let me know the good, the bad, the ugly now, so I can make the decision whether I'm gonna stay to see
Right.
that bad and good and all of that kind of stuff. I think when you're the representative, that's when you're dating, that's the happiest you ever will be in this relationship. 100%. That's
Because
when
you're
you
not
like,
committed to anything.
because there's nothing pushing you to stay. There's no babies. There's no marriage. There is nothing that is making you stay with that person. That is the best part of your relationship. Once you have kids, the kids keep you there. Once you get married, the marriage. Most sane people, if you stay in something that you don't want to be in, you're there for the other people that may be affected if you leave, the stability, the bullshit, all of those different things. You're not there genuinely because you give a fuck about this person. You're there because you care about the other things that are affected if you're not with that person. But when you're the representative, when you're having the fun, when you're dating, when all of those different things, when you're falling in love and you feel all warm and fuzzy, that's when you tell them the bad shit.
Well, no, it kind of brings us back to one of the other conversations we had with trusting and being vulnerable and being comfortable telling somebody that. Because, I mean, I tell, if you dating somebody, they be like, hey, look, it's something wrong with me. So it's gonna push them away, So, I mean, that would be.
But at that time, do you give a fuck? At that time, when you're
I didn't.
Into it, when you.
I was cool. Everything was fine.
Yes.
I was mentally stable. Everything was fine. It was when I had the random breakdown. I wasn't even on meds at the time.
See, in the dating process, to me, I never cared what you really, I got major depression. I went through depression for, that was when I did tell a person any and everything, because we're not that invested where I give a damn.
I was the opposite.
When you're invested, you care what a person thinks. You care what a person may say or how they may react. So that's why you would want them to know when you don't give a fuck. I mean, you take me or leave me at this point. But when we got babies and stuff, I tell you, oh, I'm crazy as shit. Then I care if you leave,
Well, you also said that that's why people be staying because of the babies and stuff too. So.
They do. Most people stay because of the kids and because of this, because of that. They don't want the financial. Most women who are home moms, they stay because, he beat my ass, but what do I have if I leave him? People they find reasons to stay when ultimately it should be no reason. If you're not happy, get the fuck out of there. Change something. If they don't want to change it, go make you happy. Because when you dead, only thing people gonna remember is your smile. All the other stuff, they gonna talk bad about you and forget. Make you happy. Shit.
Well, one of the things I taught people was what I called the self rules of dating. S, safety. E, engagement. L, learning. And F, fun. Or the other form of fun.
We get it.
So safety was first of all, and then it was like you got a grade. If you didn't keep yourself safe, you flunked. You flunked the date.
Red flag.
If you were
Gonna
safe,
meet the back alley, baby.
if you were safe, but you didn't learn anything. I mean, learn. Well, I don't like this, or I don't like a guy or gal who does this. If you didn't learn anything, then you got a D. If you were safe, you learned something, and you engaged, meaning you were yourself. Okay, now for you, that's telling more and exposing more of your vulnerabilities. For you, that would not be. And so it's a subjective thing, because some people would not want to expose their vulnerabilities. This may or may not be yours, but expose their vulnerabilities to somebody that they didn't trust or didn't like.
Yeah, most people don't even know my real name, so I don't.
Yeah, so
fuck no.
Right. So some people, though, they wouldn't want to expose their vulnerabilities, which is your bad stuff or whatever, to somebody that they didn't even like or care about. I don't want to give you that. And then learning, that's the engagement. Safety, self. Safety, self. all of those. Learning safe. Where was I? On the learning and then the fun. Okay. And if you didn't enjoy yourself in some way, if you enjoyed yourself, you learned something, you engaged, you had fun, and all of that stuff, then that's an A+ date.
Right.
Whether or not you saw the person again.
Right.
And then you move. So that's the dating, and then there's the relating. That's where you get a little more intimate in your conversations, learn a bit more, spend more time, and then mating is where you make a partnership. That's not necessarily the only stage at which you might have sex or physical, but mating to where you have a partnership.
We won't get to the second date in front of, well, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, but it still could have been a successful date.
Yeah.
By the standards that I'm describing.
Yeah,
if you
definitely.
accept those.
I've definitely had, successful dates like that.
And if you just want to be a serial dater, that's fine. If you don't look for a relationship,
Oh yeah, I never fuck
or
that.
mating,
Fuck that.
then
Fuck that.
whatever. You got
Last
no
time I did that, I got 3 kids left. Shit.
You got any more, Justin? What time is it anyway?
You were supposed to have been
1:40.
gone.
I was supposed to have been gone.
1:40. Yeah, you said 1.
It's okay. I know you like this.
We're jamming.
It's cool. Got any news?
Well, I didn't have to take my hearing aids out this time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say
What
why.
was wrong? What happened?
I'm not gonna say why.
And then I guess this is what we were talking about earlier. This is chapter 3. Husbands aren't supposed to help.
Yes. Okay.
That's what it says. Don't
Help
tell
with
me.
what?
Tell
that
us
mean?
It
about
ain't them helping. It's just them being the husband and taking care of life.
Right.
You're not babysitting. You're not
Right.
helping. You are doing what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Right. Exactly.
My
Bingo.
man.
The woman's got it. Let's give her a hand.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to tell him because he grew up with his mom and father being together 30-some years, and his father was the breadwinner. So when he came home, all he did was lay on the couch, eat, get served his plate and go to sleep and wake up the next morning, go back to work and everything. No player, I'm not that woman. First of all, your mother. Well, yeah, I've always been. I stayed a breadwinner. But your mother was a at-home mom. It is different for an at-home mother than a mother who is out there working.
But my mom stayed at home. My dad worked. We had 7 kids. And so my dad worked hard all day, came home, dropped, did his hobbies, waited for dinner, never changed a diaper, never did a dish. He worked hard all day. My mom worked hard all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
she
And
worked
then-
harder.
And then worked hard all night while my dad relaxed.
Exactly.
Of course.
So dads
The
are
dad
not
was never
supposed to
done.
help.
That's what I had to
Yeah.
train him to know. The difference is that okay, your daddy is that was then, and first of all that doesn't exist anymore. 2 parents can't take care of home. We don't make enough for nobody to be, but you aren't helping. You have to change just as much, but as I do. You have to clean as much as I do. If you work all day, when you come home, your work just really started.
Well, in my dissertation for my was about women's roles not changing in the 90s. They didn't change at all, even
never
when
changed.
women were going to work,
Yeah.
because she came home and
And
still
still,
had
yeah.
the responsibilities.
Yeah.
And there's also 2 categories of mind intensive and labor intensive. Mind intensive means the kids got shots, they have a doctor's appointment, they have soccer practice, they need cookies to bring to the classroom, and that's the list of things to do. That's the mind intensive, and then the labor intensive
Is doing
who
all
goes
of
to who does it, and that. And it doesn't make any difference who does which, but both are definite tasks.
And it's never been. See, people have this stereotype that in the 90s women started working. No, women have always worked. I don't know any women in 47 years where this was just they worked and they worked. Even my grandmother, my granddaddy went to work and my grandmama worked. She worked at our school. She was the cafeteria lady.
Right.
And they were a 2-family home. All of single women did not just start all of a sudden in the 60s and 70s single parent homes started. No, it's been single parent homes. There's nothing different now than it was 20 years ago. It was single parent homes then. People die. People, different things like that. So it's not like women were just going into the workforce or anything like that. We have always been there.
Right.
We have always had to do both responsibilities. It's always been that way.
Well, and again, 90s. You said you were born in what year?
I was born in 77.
Yeah.
15 days after Elvis died.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what put my mama in labor. I wasn't supposed to be born till September.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she loved Elvis. I've seen every fucking Elvis movie. Shit. Fuck. So. Fuck.
Elvis the pelvis.
Elvis the pelvis.
I mean,
That's what he was called.
Elvis had some terrible ass movies, y'all. Elvis had some things that kissing cousins and shit, just some terrible shit. My mother was all there. Every year we had to watch all of the Elvis Really Didn't Die shows and the conspiracies. Yeah, she loves some fucking Elvis.
I'm gonna read this last one, or
Okay.
I know you gotta leave. So this one
Yeah, what time is
is for habits and chores.
it?
Consistent efforts to continue doing the right thing are a must, even when faced with backsliding behavior or broken promises from your partner.
Yeah. What happens is
That's a good one.
payback in a relationship is a horrible thing. Payback is the most destructive thing. So if a couple has a good pattern going of taking turns doing this, that, or the other, or back rubs, or doing the dishes, or picking up the kids, and they or taking whatever, and one starts backsliding, the worst thing that the other one can do is follow suit.
Yeah, be like, well, you didn't do that because I didn't do that because you didn't do that.
Right, because then you just start going downhill. It's like priming the pump. You have to keep the pump primed for good couple behavior. And if one, who still was doing it and is capable of doing it and didn't screw up, they should go ahead and do it, because that's the quickest, most efficient way to get the other one back in the loop. And not that you can overlook one time or mention it, and hey, I took out the trash you were going to, but something must have happened. Don't blame,
Right.
but you don't have to be a silent martyr and hope he or she recognizes it. You can say, hey, I got the trash this time for you.
So don't put it in their bed.
Right.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna do it because it needs to be done.
So,
That's that proactiveness.
Well, God gave me the phone.
Well,
It's a
shall I
pleasure
say-
speaking with you. I need to.
How
can we
about
get
this?
these?
It's my party and I cry if I want to. Hey,
She put that voice in.
hey, you would cry too if it happened to you.
but I'm not going to cry.
Hey.
And I don't know the rest of the words of the song.
And look, I know it too. I show choir.
Somebody put Sadie in the corner.
Show choir. I'm telling
Where
you.
can people find you, or where can we find these cards? These are
Well,
are these just yours, or
yeah,
you?
no, I designed those.
Okay.
Yeah, and right now Justin's been helping me redo my website.
Okay.
So I can get them to you through him, or
Perfect.
my website is patpickett.com.
Super easy. Pat ticket.
Real easy.
Real easy.
But
Pat with
Justin's
two
been redoing
T's.
it for me.
That's dope.
So
When is
it's
it gonna be
cool.
done, Justin?
It's done. She just has to get rid of her old one. She
I
got-
did. I got rid of the old one.
Well, it's still up there.
It is?
Yeah.
I can't. Oh well, that's it. Yeah.
Go figure that out.
Yeah. No, I had to update it and all that kind of stuff. I do
man, this is
pretty good for
nice.
tech, but so.
No, I'm glad you do, because I've been getting my
this is
mama's
great.
emails since 2000.
You said what?
Yeah.
I mean, my mother is gone to the heavens, and I still get a Will Watchers email in my email address, because my mother never became computer savvy, so we got all of her emails and stuff.
Yeah.
So Wheel of Fortune
Yeah.
still send
Oh,
me
my
these
goodness.
damn emails from my mama. Still. And my mom been gone since 2015? 14.
You know you can go to the email, scroll
Yeah,
down,
just
and click
Unsubscribe.
unsubscribe.
Or spam-a-lam-em.
I mean,
Spam-a-lam-a-ding-dong.
It's just-
Until they get a different IP address and they pop back up again.
it's just, you
Oh,
know,
my Lord.
just a
So,
reminder.
speaking of which, 9 o'clock this morning, I'm trying to sleep. I get 3 consecutive calls from a, I don't know, remember the name? A home warranty, basically.
Me too. I've been getting them too. What were they saying? That your stuff went up and we're trying to.
I didn't even listen to them. I said, it was the wrong number. They asked if I was somebody first. It was the 314 number. So I answered.
Was it 314?
I don't know. I have to look at it. It's on my
Because
phone.
I
blocked
got one
it, though.
about an auto warranty.
Well, whatever. Yeah, well, this was the home warranty. Whatever. So the guy calls me a 314 number, and so I answered it random. No, I'm not him. Wrong number. Click block. And then the other 2 called, said America warranty or whatever on the thing. So I was like, yeah, you got it 3 consecutive times this morning at 9 o'clock.
Look,
From
I'm
the
telling
same-
you. I
So
got
that's 3 block numbers.
Well, you know, it's a whole lot of fraud going on, and plus
It's
a lot
a
of
whole
these
bunch.
a lot of these companies, their systems got hacked, so there's a lot of lawsuits.
Yep.
Going on.
Speaking
I've
of
been.
hacked.
I've
So
gotten
you change your
emails.
email passwords.
Speaking of hacked,
Shit, we got to
would you rather get hacked or would you rather get smacked?
With your mama here? You got me doing
Oh, smack your mama.
No,
Red light.
knowing my stuff is not.
It's my party.
Mama.
I can cry if I want to. How's that go? Listen to the song.
Oh my
Joke
God.
of the day.
Okay, ready?
Joke of the day.
Joke of the day.
Party and I'll cry if I want to. Cry
Yeah.
if I want to.
There you go.
Would cry too if it happened to you. And I can never sing.
And you're singing it. Your singing is not a joke, by the way. That's not part of the joke. We have a real professional joke artist going on
It's a
here.
joke of the day. All right, so of course it's the month of the ghouls and goblins. So, why
Shit.
do Halloween ghosts moan, tremble, and shiver?
Why?
Because of what's happening under the sheet.
Yay!
That was
Take a little. So we're gonna take a little break. We got DJ Jess in the building. We're gonna play. We got a little bit of news for you. We're wrapping up here probably shortly. We got the doctor is about to leave the building.
Yes. Boom. I gotta use the bathroom again.
Potty time. Stop. Potty time.
Oh.
People about what I'm going through personally. But I've gotten better about that over time. And I just feel like I'm at a place right now where I'm finally, it's a shame it took this long to get to this point in my life, but I'm just comfortable in my own skin, I want to help people. So again, like I was saying earlier, like in my mind, the more honest I can be about what I'm going through, especially the more difficult things or the harder things to talk about, that's what's going to make people relate to me. That's what's going to form my tribe. That's what's going to form the people that mess with me. The more honest I can be with you and tell people things I've gone through, I'm going to lose people along the way, right? I might say something I went through and someone else will be like, damn, you did this or you did that, and I might push people away, but that's okay. At least I'm being myself.
Yo, I hate making these. Y'all don't even know the pain that these take out me. But if you my loved one, these my flowers for you. Brainstorming our memories on the beat, I had to shower on you. In 2 weeks I lost 2 brothers, not even knowing that one of them the news covered. They ain't mention your name, plus I was starting my day. Couldn't even fathom you was in that type of mood, brother. I just spoke to you a few weeks prior. You and Dre came through, making some beats fire. We laughed about life, talking about comics and movie scores. I took it for granted that I ain't hang with you more. If I knew what you was going through, I would've quadrupled the love I was showing you. Just so you knew if you needed, I grabbed my phone for you and listened till you cleared your mind like bro's supposed to do. And though you had ones in the circle more close to you, we felt the same when we heard that John Doe was you. Some niggas' drive ain't been the same, it's been a change, but if that rid your pain, I prayed that was your closure, fool. I hope you making beats for the one that came a week later. Damn, a week later, really a week later. Losing you was a slope that niggas ain't climb up still. Who would've thought a week later we face another hill? Shit crazy. got a wife and 2 babies. The youngest one is your twin. When I seen him, it braved me. I seen a meme last night that ached me. It said this what depression looks like. Someone laughed gracefully. Then I thought of you, always cracking jokes, when really that was not your move. I swear you was blossoming, your shine was soon. You know rap's a slow grind, pay your time and dues. When you talked about rap, your face would light the room. I respected your lyrics, I admired your tunes. I knew about all your pain and what your life been through. You triumphed your demons, they ain't triumphed you. Whatever they whispered in your ear was a lie, not true. I wish you saw what everyone you knew saw in you. I text your phone that day, I should've called it too, and kept calling till you told me stop calling you. Hell, at least you would've known I wasn't trying to lose. Another brother on my mother, I was proud of you. We never judge your dog around us, you can come as you are. To talk to you now, shit, I gotta look to the stars. I hope both of y'all found peace. We all grieve, as time pass, I understand how life be. Sometimes we get tired of pain, but as long as I'm living, I'll be saying your names. Rest in peace.
Shout out to my kids, man, and shout out to my wife. I love them so much. They're my rocks, man. They're what keep me going, keep me on the right path in life, and you know, just show me unconditional love. So I'm grateful for them. Definitely want to shout them out, and shout out all AMG. It's been amazing, kind of getting this second wind in music and stuff like that. So grateful for all y'all.
Yeah. Hey, Tank. Hey, what we on?
Check out big dog status. 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 With the iced out watch and splash. I'm the cream with the crop, I'm taxing. When the hop and the drop and smash. Little nigga got big dog status. Check out 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 big dog status. With the iced out watch and splash. I'm the cream with the crop, I'm taxing. When the hop and the drop and smash. Little nigga got big dog status.
Check my apparatus. Who the f on static? Feeling like AF for practice. Last camera action, I'm still in the show. Gas station legend, I'm still in yo. We ain't the north, but we keep down your dough. Get down, yeah, give me the dough. Give me like soldier, we get gone. Big dog static at the distance I'm on. Big dog static, yeah. Big dog curve. Yeah, got your bitch turn here, wanna grab it. Got your bitch turn here, wanna marry. I call the play like man Houdini, my drip, everything be magic from started to shit I couldn't imagine. Sleeping on floor, now my house is a palace. Fly over to China and caught me a dragon. Yeah, I super saiyan my fashion. Fake drug lord, you an addict. We wipe your nose like a napkin, yeah. Fly over to China and caught me a dragon. I super saiyan my fashion. Fake drug lord, you an addict, yeah. We wipe your nose like a napkin.
Check out big dog status. 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 With the iced out watch and splash. I'm the cream with the crop, I'm taxing. When the hop and the drop and smash. Little nigga got big dog status. Check out 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 big dog status. With the iced out watch and splash. I'm the cream with the crop, I'm taxing. When the hop and the drop and smash. Little nigga got big dog status. Check out big dog status. Tryna get rich off rapping. Check out my hits, I'm platinum. You niggas ain't something, I'm laughing. Blood on my lip, I'm gassing. With a gun on my hip, I'm blasting. Can't play with these kids, my shit bigger than making flip gymnastics. Sip yak and I feel fantastic. In the back with the thugs and the ratchets. In the trap with the drugs and the matches. Still trying to catch the plug in traffic. They don't show me no love, I'm snapping. They done killed my cuz off Claxton. I done been through the mud and I still ain't bust, so I must be the GOAT, what's happening? Nothing to prove, I'm shooting for victory. I got nothing to lose, it is no mystery. Don't let these little get to me, but I'm so sick of these fools. My city too clickety, turn these niggas to history. I don't live by these rules, biggest to do it, good luck trying to fit in my shoes. You will officially lose. Check out big dog status. 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 With the iced out watch and splash. I'm the cream with the crop, I'm taxing. When the hop and the drop and smash. Little nigga got big dog status. Check out 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 big dog status. With the iced out watch and splash. I'm the cream with the crop.
playing tricks on me. Tell me, have you seen that? So fool the way she talk, queen with such demeanor. She just so beautiful, I can't take my eyes off of her. Should I make a move? Try to keep my cool, but in my mind I promise I'm a perfect dude. We can make a movie, call it You So Juicy. Juneteenth is my rocket, loving I won't stop it. Let's groove tonight, girl you so beautiful and oh so nice. The melanin moon exposing all your light. So let's take a trip and just enjoy the night. Oh baby love, where you moving? Oh baby don't stop, ooh. Oh baby love it, how you do it? Oh baby, ooh la ooh. Oh baby love the way you moving. Oh baby don't stop, ooh. Oh baby love it, how you do it? Oh baby got me going crazy. I'm about to lose my mind. I was so lost until you came, you right on time. We can make a movie, call it You So Juicy. Juneteenth is my rocket, love it, I won't stop it. Let's groove tonight, girl you so beautiful and oh so nice. The melanin moon exposing all your light. So let's take a trip and just enjoy the night. Come on! Feeling like the 80s, got me going crazy. You know you can find me somewhere in the 90s. Feeling like the 80s, got me going crazy. You know you can find me somewhere in the 90s. Let's groove tonight, girl you so beautiful and oh so nice. The melanin moon exposing all your light. So let's take a trip and just enjoy the night. Let's groove tonight, girl you so beautiful and oh so nice. The melanin moon exposing all your light. So let's take a trip and just enjoy the night.
Yes, and we are back. We back from our little break. Yes. So in the news, so Missouri has illegal buses. Well, not Missouri, St. Louis City Public Schools has illegal buses transporting the children.
Illegal, so when they say illegal buses, what they mean?
So, what they mean is, the bus carrier isn't hired by St. Louis Public Schools. So, so you know, I'm a teacher, right? And I work in St. Louis Public Schools.
Right.
When I first got to the school that I work at right now, they had most of the kids in cab Ubers. So the kids would get a lift to school and they would get a lift home until they had enough buses to transport them. Normally, the company they work with is First Student. So, First Student says that certain schools are using other companies to deliver their kids.
Like
they're
third party.
Yeah, they're bootlegging.
So they basically somebody that's like if I bought me a school bus and they
You
like,
contact
hey,
the school.
Can you bus these kids to school?
You know what? Why not?
Right. They ain't got nobody else doing it.
No one else will do it. And I've seen the cars. They have private cars that have little SLPS
I've been
magnets
seeing
on.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
those
been
are
seeing a whole lot of
Lyfts
cars.
and Ubers.
But they're contracted by the
They're
school.
contracted by the schools, and they pick the kids up and
take them home.
But they're through Lyft and Uber and different companies like that, because there's such a shortage of bus drivers. Why? Because we see different things. Like, you can turn on the news and see people going up there and parents jumping on the bus drivers.
Yeah.
They kids are bad as fuck. There is no accountability. Because you tell their kids to sit the fuck down. They kids call their mama on the phone, and then their mama is up there ready to fight your ass.
Yeah.
As a substitute teacher, I've experienced it. But them bitches don't want no smoke. Because they come up to the school when they know county is up there or something like that. I mean, yeah, these parents, I'm telling you, this is the generation of I'm not gonna do them like my mama did me. They believe the kid is right all the time, even though you know your damn child bad as fuck.
Boy, look, that's one thing that's stopping me from even trying to do anything with schools. Maybe I might maybe be a lunch lady. Maybe.
So you can get free chicken and take it home with you.
No, you don't want that chicken.
No.
You don't want that chicken.
No,
You
no,
don't
it
want
ain't
that
the
chicken.
food like back when we had it. We
You
had
don't want that shit.
that rectangle pizza. Is it? No, square pizza. No, it was rectangle.
What'd she take it on? What'd she take it for then?
It is bullshit because most schools have free programs now, right? So
Shit, they taking that away from some of the kids now.
well, I don't know. In the areas that I work in, St. Louis Public
Girl,
Schools and Riverview, those areas they have free food. But it's bullshit. Like my daughter don't even want to eat it.
Oh, so the free food is not appeasable.
Not at all. It's bland. It's like the bullshit. You know how that pizza was the best shit ever. Maybe I was just a fat kid.
Well, I was at Oakville, so we had the best fucking food. We had Papa John's.
Yeah,
and
we
then
had Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, we had these spicy chicken sandwiches.
We had
Them motherfuckers was so
Otis
fire.
Funkmeyer.
Yes,
We
they
had
were so
Otis
good.
Funkmeyer. We had, Subway came to
tasted better than Jack in the
school.
Box.
Burger King used to come to my school. Different shit like that. So
Yep.
we had great lunches for $1.25. It's not like that anymore.
You know, it's weird. When I was in high school, we were happy. And although my mama couldn't afford it, but they based us getting free food off of her making
Income.
money. But
Yeah.
although she still had to pay for everything in the house, because it was just her, so I was kind of happy when they said that I had to pay for lunch because I didn't want to be part of the crowd that was DSEG and getting free lunch. I'm DSEG, but my mama still, I didn't want to look like that. I don't know why I cursed.
I didn't give a fuck. Everybody wanted free lunch. And when
I mean,
they
they
was
was
like,
feeling
girl,
it.
your lunch free, yeah, bitch. And so I could spend my $1.25 my mama give me every day on them good ass
it was more
3
than that.
cookies
Oh
for
my
$1. Yeah.
It was definitely more than that. Then.
I don't know.
Are they gluten-free cookies?
No.
Nah.
They was all the bad shit.
all the
Everything,
extra
everything you
gluten.
wasn't supposed to have. Everything.
A lot of little girls was walking around.
Baby, thick as a
Big
motherfucking, I'm still thick as shit.
Thicker than a
I was
Snicker.
a 44 double D in 6th grade.
Shit, I wish.
No, you don't.
Baby,
The boys like to pop bras.
Baby, I
And then
had
just pop
mad
'em.
chest.
You
I
had
literally,
mad chest? Oh my
I
God.
wore an A cup until I had my son at 32.
Shit.
If I show you some pictures of me and my husband, we was dating, you'd be like, damn, how he know she was a woman? Oh, he knew. But, I mean, God ain't gonna give you everything. He ain't gonna give you no triple D's and no ass and hip.
Speaking
Right.
of these, how about
Oh,
these child labor laws?
Yeah. Oh my God. That shit fucked me up.
So that's
Actually, I didn't
in
read it, but I just saw the title. I was like, oh Lord.
Arkansas.
Okay. So my question is, first of all, how old do you think you have to be, a person should be before they can get a job?
Well, you said in general or what the law
In general.
is?
In general.
I mean, to be honest, if we don't think about here, if we think about farms, motherfucking kids be working
12.
at 6, 7, 8 years old, milking cows and being on the structure.
How old were you when you first started babysitting?
But were they getting paid for that though? Or was that just included in living there? What do you
that's-
consider a job? You do something for money.
Well, my sisters and them had.
If you're milking cows for free, that's not really a job. That's more of a chore.
They're doing it for free.
True.
Unless I'm paying you for it, then.
But okay, so my sister and them had started having kids when I was like 9, 10 years old, right? I started babysitting for money.
Right, that's a job.
That's a job.
So I was 9, 10 years old, and they would give me cash, and I would buy extra value meals. But they gave me cash to babysit their babies.
So it was an off the books job, I guess.
It was.
Because then you wouldn't have had insurance, so technically if something would have happened, you would have been liable, or your parents would have been, whoever's household was, would have been
Technically,
liable.
mama was going to take care of it.
Yeah.
I mean, but I still, even my first job when I was 14, 15, where I was going to other people's house babysitting. They didn't have insurance and all of that, and I was making like $20-something an hour.
My real technical job was working at the laundromat for my auntie, but I did that for 2 weeks, and this woman paid me, God rest her soul, she paid me in quarters.
Oh,
and gave me $75.
Oh, that was cool though, in quarters.
In 2 days. I mean, in 2 weeks, for 2 weeks, when I was working morning, I was walking to the job from 6 in the morning and working till fucking midnight.
$75 in quarters.
$75 in quarters.
Nah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Nah, she was paying you like a stripper, dog.
Oh my.
She was paying you like a stripper.
I knew, and I was like, I would never do this. So what they saying?
That's why I asked that. So what age are they saying that these kids are being used?
The Wage and Hour Division cited a tip from a teacher at a nearby school who reported that one of their 14-year-old students talking about working at the facility with his mother for the summer.
Okay. Is the 14-year-old making?
Look, how long are they working? Because technically, even if they're that age, and by labor laws for kids, you're not supposed to work past a certain time. And stuff like that. So what it say? That
was the first one. Now it says another mother over her children between 11 and 13 talk about their employment at the plant at the night shift, which went from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So they're working overnight.
Oh my God.
And then they got to go to school after that.
No, it's during the summer. It's during the summer.
Oh, no, summer? Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay. Was that summertime? Okay, maybe.
So in Arkansas, the age that you have to be to work is 16.
So that's already one
I thought
thing.
I thought that was nationwide, not just Arkansas.
Well, it may be, but each
of course it's hazardous.
I mean, I had my first job here. Yeah, I was in Slate, and we had 14, right? In the city we had SLPPC or some shit. But yeah, we were 14. But it was also a limit on how many, even with a worker's permit, there's a limit on how many hours you can work and what you can do, because you can't work with hazardous materials or anything like that.
So they executed the search warrant at 3 a.m., so they were trying to catch him in the act.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Were they there? Did they catch him?
It don't say.
To clear the employment of anyone under the age of 18 in any of our facilities, and we do not facilitate. So the statement from Tyson Foods is that they do not employ anyone under 18 in their facilities, and they do not facilitate, excuse in any other way the use of child labor.
We take the law
but are
very
they doing
seriously.
It? Are they doing it like this? You bring your kids to work, and your kids work for you, because that's what it sounds like, that their parents work there.
Subcontractors, yeah. So bring your kid to work day.
So that's what people do on Uber. When people are doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, they go to the restaurants and they have their kids go in and pick up the food, and they have them drop the shit off.
Yeah, I did that.
What people do it all the time.
I do that 100%.
There are so many. I love it, and that's why I
was
hate
our
that they trying to take it away, because
if you ask my kids, this was our business. We worked together because I paid them. You know what I'm saying?
For their time, yeah.
Damn right, I paid them for their time.
And it's less stress on you, or someone like Jess with an injury, then you send somebody else to get it. You don't want to be stuck. My car's down right now, so I can't drive.
The problem in that, My kids were very courteous. They used to get tips. When they would get tips, I let them keep their motherfucking tips. I mean, you the one walking up there, you the one. So my kids used to end up with cash and money from me transferred to their account from working. And to them, it was our business. It was our, family business.
So yeah, we'll see what happened, but I mean, of course they deny it. They have an e-verify program. So yeah, if you submit your application online, of course they're gonna ask for a photo ID or something.
Of course.
But you gotta be 18 to work there anyway. So I mean, either way, yeah, you should.
These kids shouldn't be there.
No. And especially a big ass company like that.
It's
if you
the
can
fact
work
that
at
they
Grandpa's
overnight.
watch factory for a couple hours, a little mom and pop shop,
something
or
like that.
But something like Tyson,
because I know plenty
how
of
did they
people
slip
back
through
then.
the cracks?
They
right?
should not be there overnight.
I'm telling you
period.
what it is. They parents work there, and they going to work with their parents, and they doing something shady.
They selling their kids?
Because they parents want to make some money.
It's going to be a long
It
order
relieves
episode.
you for your kids to be making some kind of income. It relieves you from a lot of shit.
I mean, yeah, especially if you're a single parent. I mean, you talk your kids into anything. Your kids
And
gonna do
I
whatever
mean,
makes you
I
happy.
know my son, he wants to make his own money.
Oh, put that up there. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
okay.
did not watch the video.
So,
Which one is it?
a Troy, Missouri couple recently published body cam video of their July arrest. And, of course, you should watch it.
You found
because
Let me see.
Yeah, put that
remember,
up there.
I
See that
told
video.
y'all that it's not just always black and white. It's poor, rich.
Is this the
I
actual?
already-
This
I
is
been
the
said, I
actual
told you.
video.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's see what happens here.
The body, the
After these
mind,
messages.
and the spirit. We believe if one needs help,
Now, police are investigating a traffic stop that led to the arrest of a mother and father in front of their kids. This happened in Troy, Missouri over the summer near the family's home. The couple posted the body camera footage online, and now that video is going viral. First Alert 4's Deion Broxton is getting reaction from the couple and police.
Hey, driver, step on out for me. Step on out for me, okay? Just relax. Relax. Stop. Stop. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back right now.
Andrew Minson says he still doesn't know why Troy, Missouri police asked him to immediately get out of his car during a traffic stop back in July.
No matter what, it's comply or die at this point.
Minson obtained body cam footage of his arrest and posted the videos on Facebook recently.
He had all of his paperwork ready to give to him. If you don't know autism, you're not gonna understand him.
Police arrested his wife as well for moving around the car.
Come on. Come on. You're under arrest as well. We're sick of you. I told you to stay in the seat. You did not. Get out of the car.
Even if I did jump into the back, which, in hindsight, probably stupid.
You are hurting my child. This is foolish. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Aaliyah says she hit her head after the officer dragged her out. She said she was knocked unconscious.
My baby's screaming for their mother, who
Oh my God.
is just laying there while three grown men are staring at her.
The Troy Police Department responded on Facebook Tuesday. It said, "We understand situations involving minors and use of force incidents are particularly sensitive and can evoke strong emotions in our community. We want to assure the public that we take this matter seriously and are fully cooperating with the Lincoln County Prosecutor's Office through the course of this investigation and prosecution." The department went on to say Andrew was speeding, had a fake license plate, and didn't initially pull over, and that's why police quickly arrested him.
There was no safe place to pull over.
Authorities charged Andrew with property damage to a police vehicle while detained, resisting arrest, and fourth-degree assault on the officer.
Wow.
Court records show no citations for the fake license plate or speeding were given.
You should have said, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, yes, sir. I don't have license on my vehicle. I don't have insurance, and I was speeding. I would have gladly taken those tickets.
Law enforcement charged Aaliyah with child endangerment, but prosecutors later dropped that charge. In Troy, Deion Broxton, First Alert 4.
Boy, that's triggering.
neighbors are the key to making a community thrive. It's a good...
Yeah.
Well, they better be glad they got the videotape. They better be glad that somehow.
That was body cam, baby.
But they better be glad that they didn't delete it
They
or
couldn't
get
have.
rid of it.
That would have been a bigger investigation.
That would have been internal affairs.
That would have been way
They're
worse.
required after.
They have to upload this shit.
And it happened over the summer. Normally it takes longer for them to release it also.
And that's because it's a lawsuit. And actually that's because she did. She posted that shit. And because she posted it, they had no choice but to release it. All right? It's out there now.
They even was trying to take their kids from them.
They try to take the kids from them?
They charged them with child endangerment.
That's disgusting.
They later dropped
that
those
one wasn't
charges.
there. Right, okay. I was like, yeah, that wasn't even up there. Wow. Wow.
That is just straight sad as a motherfucker. Watch our back.
Wow.
Watch our back.
Like
Make
we
sure
said,
your shit.
it's about like they said they pulled. Okay, he was speeding. He said they ain't even mention why they pulled him over. They just said, "Can you step out the car?"
Can you step out the car? What the fuck you mean? Can you step out? And then you mad at her because she videotaping?
Literally.
They knew they were doing something wrong.
Wow.
And if you videotaping and they doing something wrong, watch your back. They coming after your ass too.
I can't believe that it happened. Ain't shit gonna change until y'all make sure y'all vote for real, cause shit getting
a lot
ugly.
of votes.
And you see the KKK motherfuckers was on the bridge.
Baby, it's gonna be motherfucking church people on the bridge because this is the vote for legalization of abortion or not. Baby, it's going down.
Girl, so much shit going on.
It's gonna be so many motherfucking religious groups out
did
protesting.
You see it rained. It flooded in the Sahara Desert.
Mm-hmm.
It don't fucking rain in the Sahara Desert.
It sure do not. Motherfucker, you lucky to get a mirage in the Sahara Desert.
Fires, you see the fires going on in Wyoming? Mm-hmm. Girl, we in it. I've been praying more. I ain't going to church. But I've been praying more. I've been praying a whole lot more.
I mean, I pray all the time, just because. But I mean, shit happens.
Bro.
Shit happens, and motherfuckers crazy.
And shit ain't gonna change till
a nigga smoking the blunt could have fired up them damn things. Forest fires are real. People who do not know how to camp
only you can prevent forest fires.
Fuck up and start fires.
Now I don't know. Has it been a drought or anything up there? Because that can actually happen too. Forest fires can just start spontaneously, unfortunately.
100%.
But I don't know if they found the cause. But I know that they have over 1,000 firefighters up there fighting that shit right now. And it's not getting no better.
That should be bad. That
shit, it should have flooded over there.
As soon as they think it's out, it'll pop up somewhere else.
Did you see that picture of Tampa Bay with no water in it?
I ain't see that.
Oh my God.
It's scary.
Girl,
I don't wanna see
yeah.
that shit.
Somebody told me the best thing right now would be to go down there with a metal detector. All the jewelry and shit you could find. Yeah, that would be. I'm pretty sure they found some bodies
boats
too.
And all kind of shit.
That's like, so God done parted the sea. That's some creepy shit.
I want to go.
The tornadoes and oh my
I want to
Lord.
go. It probably scared the shit out of me.
I'm not going because it's supposed to be water there. When I started out in the big body of water, when I went to the beach for the first time, I almost passed out.
Yeah.
Because it was my first time seeing that much water with no end to it.
That is why
I almost died just looking at it.
Okay, so
I got in.
I went to Jamaica before I saw Titanic, right? Right.
Okay.
So we on the boat, we frolicking, it's awesome. We drunk and high as shit, you know what I'm saying? We go to Jamaica, we high as a motherfucker. We on the beach frolicking. So about a year later, my fucking sister has me to watch Titanic with her, right? So ever since then, I cannot go on a boat. I can go downtown on
the land
on the
one?
Mississippi.
Okay.
But if I can't see land, it's a no-go for me. It fucked up the church's money.
What?
Fucked it up.
So have you ever thought about trying to get past that fear?
Suck a dick? No. Fuck it. fuck it. Because if I don't see land, I'm gonna freak out. Even though
Although you
I'm a
did it before.
lifeguard swimmer.
You suck. You weird.
You know what I'm saying? I can swim my ass off. All 3 of my children I have taught how to swim. You know what I'm saying? They swim in 10 feet right across and go back and pass all that. I'm still just fucked up in the game. Mental shit. Mental shit.
What's the next one?
I do not know. Justin better come on check.
Right, we're here.
I don't know. I'm supposed to be going somewhere. A whole black ass out. Which one?
Oh, that's that McDonald's thing. Oh no, Popeyes. They tried to make her. She quit because they tried to force her to
at Popeyes
cook chicken that fell on the floor.
Shout out. Popeyes employee quits on the spot. From Natural Bridge and Grand.
I be picking up from there all the time. It's disgusting in there.
I don't fuck with that. Anything
People
that look like that on the
order from there,
outside. Or when I used to
got
deliver.
No air in that motherfucker.
When I used to deliver, I used to go in because the line be always long.
I was so mad. One day I went there. I was picking up an order and I was like, and they said I had to wait. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna use your restroom. Oh, it's out of order. I said, that's not. I said, people sitting in here. So people sitting in here eating can't use the bathroom. Okay, so they got the number of the owner. I text her. I sent a picture. I said, hey, whatever. It's a ghetto name. I said, hey, how are you? I'm just letting you know that these workers aren't letting me use the restroom. They aren't letting anybody paying use the restroom either. I'm letting you know before I go and put it on Google. The next time I went back, the doors were you can go in there and use the bathroom.
I bet you could.
Like, don't do me.
That's stupid.
That's ignorant. That's like these people.
What the
telling
fuck
you
you
can't use
mean?
the bathroom. What you mean? I'm here on behalf of a customer, bitch. I'm a customer.
Baby.
Open the damn door.
Look, I didn't have to tell them the motherfucking McDonald's on motherfucking Jennings Station Road and Halls Ferry. I'm in there collecting for a motherfucker. They told me I'm not a customer. And I told them, well, I piss right here.
Oh. I had one lady at it was Churches, and I was like, can I use your bathroom? She was like, it don't work. Or she was like, I don't use them bathrooms. It might not be clean, so we don't let people use it. I said, well, I'll determine if I can use it or not. When I went in there, it smelled like bleach. They already cleaned it. She was just trying to give me
because they use
big
it.
Stupid bitch. Right. That's why I recorded her ass.
Yeah, see, I don't trust all that.
Y'all better watch. Y'all see me walking to your store. Just know I'm probably recording you.
And customer service is a must. No matter if I am your customer or not, I am a representative of your customer.
Yep.
If I am door dashing, if I am Uber Eats, whatever that is, I am a fool. And me, I'll tell the customer. If the store make us late, if they ain't get her food, if her food ain't right, I'll let the customer know.
I always do.
I do.
I'll be like, hey, they giving me an ETA of this amount. I'll be, if it's too long, I'll be like, hey,
your shit ain't ready.
I'm not staying here. I will send it to the next driver. I'm sorry, but they're giving me a 20-minute wait, and I'm not waiting that long. I could be making money right now.
But see, what I like on DoorDash, that is if you buy the hour.
Oh yeah,
you wait, baby. Yeah. I didn't wait it. I waited one day, and my thing went from like maybe $11 to $44, and then the bitch tipped.
Oh yeah, I had one like that.
She
yesterday.
was pregnant. So she definitely needed that food. Yeah, hey man, bitch, I'll wait on you.
Girl, I dropped off some tissue and beans to a pregnant woman last week. Yeah. I was like, oh, she finna kill it.
She
know what it's gonna do to her.
Tacos and lay it down.
She's like, I just been craving it. Oh, I understand.
Okay, yeah, it is 2:40.
Yeah, come on, we gotta get up.
Justin, we gotta say bye.
Right.
My bus coming like 2:40.
Hey, welcome back.
Yes, no, you welcome back.
Doing a little daddy duty action.
Daddy
duty.
Yes, always do the daddy duty. All right, so who are you? Because we finna go.
Justin Kick It, my city, my music, the greatest radio station that I've ever heard of. If I haven't heard of your radio station, it's probably because you're subpar.
Yeah. And anyway. I am Bricks Montana. Of course, you can find me on all platforms of social media at Bricks Montana. And Jessica, where can we find you?
You guys know you can find me everywhere at Jessica, Mrs. Google Review, STL, Wiley everywhere on all platforms, or Red Stage Media. Don't forget, next Friday, we got the Rocky Maverick Horror Show coming up at Pops. On Saturday the 19th, my homie Jamal the comedian, he is going to be doing his live taping of his show. He's doing a game show. It's kind of the same as or kind of like Wild 'N Out, but it's an STL version.
Yeah, he wanted me to come on there.
Okay,
yeah,
where is it?
That's gonna be at 3126 Olive Street. So tickets are still on sale. You can go on his page and look it up. So yeah, it's gonna be from 4 to 8 p.m. That's October 19th. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. I can't wait to see it. It's bringing something totally new to St. Louis.
Yeah, we got that's on the night, and then also the 19th. Yeah, we got Rocky will be in studio talking about the event. October 26th will be our election episode.
Okay.
So educate yourselves locally and nationally.
You know how we do.
That's how we do, but maybe our wonderful audience might not know. But we're here to educate our beautiful audience on what to do, the do's and don'ts to make St. Louis a wonderful city to live in.
Well.
And the rest of our messed up country as well. But hey, just as long as you can complain about the United States, there are other countries that are worse off than we are.
At least we can complain.
At least we're not getting bombed and stuff.
At least we can complain.
And at least we can't complain
and
not go to jail.
Soldiers coming up in this motherfucker right now and knocking us down.
Oh man.
Crazy shit.
Well, we're gonna get out of here, I guess. If you want to be on the show, My City, My Music Radio at gmail.com. My City, My Music Radio at gmail.com. Send us a message. Wow. Be great. Are you a business? Do you need some promo? Are you an artist? Do you want to be great? There you go. You came to the right spot. Anyway, take them out, Jess. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.
Oh, I was supposed to play music.
We are a radio station, man. I mean, radio and talk. Music and talk and other great
songs and everything, and Justin just quit doing the shit.
Did I?
You said what happened?
What did I do?
We used to send them songs that we wanted to hear and everything, and he didn't have them.
That was the good old days, but we don't do. See you next week.
Look at what I did, look at what I did. I just hit a lick, 16 in the stick. Hold on, no, I'm tripping, that's my other hit. Feel like MC Hammer, too legit the queen. Look at what I did, look at what I did. I just hit a lick, 16 in the stick. Hold on, no, I'm tripping, that's my other hit. Feel like MC Hammer, too legit the queen.
Hitting licks, old hobby. My world like Bobby. Riding on a big wheel, something like a big deal. Snitch ass raps, whole block on big squeal. Fire squad on they ass, leave them in a big field. Show them how a pig feel. Take them to the slaughter, put my son on your daughter. It's something that I order, you won't do not a half of a bother. Lake Minnetonka, take your lady to the water.
Look at what I did, look at what I did. I just hit a lick, 16 in the stick. Hold on, no, I'm tripping, that's my other hit. Feel like MC Hammer, too legit.